I hope I've set everything up correctly. I feel like I've pressed all the buttons and turned all the dials, but it's been like 6 days, I think, almost a week since I last streamed. Just loads of stuff going on. Your boy went down to Metallica. Said it the wrong way around. I went down to London and I saw Metallica and I saw Gojira and I saw Knock Loose and I saw Avatar and I saw Pantera. Not Pantera. I've had a whale of a time. Had a whale of a time. Also picked up some nasty injuries. I can't run. I think I have something wrong with my Achilles heel. Yeah, status update from yours truly. Right, I need messages in the chat. I didn't load my old chat. I've got Chatterino up and nothing's coming through. So if you're listening, let us know. Unless Twitch is doing a thing where it hasn't sent out the notifications. See, there's a noise in the air. That's from Heart Gamer. The derp is back. Let's go 33 months. Sorry to hear you're injured. Hey, I'm a very like look on the bright side of life kind of guy, right? Count your blessings. I've got to just like move my time into the spaces that I like being creative and making music and stuff like that. Because I can't play guitar as much because of injuries. I can't lift as much because of injuries. And now I might have a big problem with running and potentially walking if it gets any worse with my Achilles heel. And a few months ago, everything was great, and I was like steady and consistent, and like I wasn't pushing myself crazy. And then, it's just one thing after another. But no complaints right now, and we'll talk about this another time because we're here to hang out with friends, you know. Today, just gonna chill, hang out, have a laugh, that kind of thing. Decan of Heaven, thank you ever so much for 20 months, and thanks for gifting us up to blooming when I wasn't even streaming. I'm assuming that's got something to do with access to the server. Oh! Oh, it didn't work. Of course it didn't work. Nothing works anymore. Oh, it didn't work. Let's rewind it back. Okay. No, wait, is this thing broke too? They're both broken? Oh my god. Technology. Come on, what's happening? Let's try again. Oh, would you look at that? 28 prisoners in the dungeon. Who's next? Who's been locked up in here? It's Winnie T. Ford, 100 months. You've made it to the dungeon, Winnie. Congratulations. There's a hype train going. I was about to press the button, but we were watching the other animation, so let's not do that. It's Mazia. Thank you for 13 months. Appreciate ya. Yeah, so to everyone tuning in, I've just had a busy few days when we stream some Hermitcraft tomorrow. That is currently my plan. I will give you the rundown on the amazing time I had watching Metallica in London. We'll talk about injuries. Oh, so exciting, X. Can you tell me more about your injuries? Neff, 22 months. Thank you so much. Billman, 68, 113. There he is right there. Billman. Trying to reach that, whatever that is on the ground. Some sort of paper? What is it, like the escape routes written on it? Cuplex has got a better idea. They're trying to break the iron. Another JT's chilling. Another JT's in there twice. I'll have to point that out. Spooky has also made it into the dungeon. So congratulations, Spooky, as well. Sano Escava, thank you for gifting out a community sub. Appreciate your generosity. Let's get the hype train rolling. Kiwi Green Tea, thank you for using your Prime subscription. I haven't even done anything in game yet. I'm looking at another screen. Look, we've got some fantastic peeps coming to hang out with us today. We're due to start in a couple of minutes. I knew I need a little bit of time just to let people tune in and say hello because it's been a minute. Snow Chris, thank you for 28 months. Appreciate you. JSTP 3000 here for 36. Appreciate you as well. I think the hype train didn't play. All of the emotes are broken again. I fixed them and they are broken again. Okay, so gifted subs. Is it even going to play? Well, it's playing now. And let's fix up some of this hype train stuff. It's a very strange bug. It's a very strange bug. Now it can get a roll in. You know, it can get a roll in now. Dev! 43 months. This guy looks a bit clueless. This guy does look a bit clueless. I wonder who the heck's that guy? I now want to write a message on my face. Like, it's got to be... Oh, God, can I even remember the controls? Like, I am that bad at life and computer games. What was, Oh, no, that's not what we want. What was the... I mean, I think I just... What? Something just happened there. Oh, hi. There's another one of me. So how in the heck do I paint myself again? Like, this is the most basic function of this game, and I've forgotten. Callie, thank you so much for 89 months. Appreciate ya. I literally can't remember what button it was. Oh wait, it's on my screen. Paint mode on the. I just noticed all the controls are over here. So I think forget everything could be quite suitable. Isn't it right click? Yeah, right click. See, I remember something. Mister. See, I want to put forgetful, but it's like forget. This is awful. This is going to turn into a black metal logo. It's just about there. I feel like I should just write stuff all over like here, and it will end up looking like a black metal logo or something. God, give me words. Give me words. I'm just gonna look at chat and write whatever chat tells me to. I'm getting tattooed up. A Dead Girl 13, thank you for 39 months. Appreciate ya. Appreciate you. I think I need a face as well. F-A-C-E. Right, I think I'm gonna unmute. Oh, level 3 hype train. Thank you so much, people. Digital Chaos. Thank you for 25 months. Appreciate ya. And let's go. It looks like it says fake on my face. Kind of does, doesn't it? Kind of looks like that. Okay, sorry, I'm getting distracted. I was going to type a message and I'm completely forgetting what I'm even trying to do here. I need to unmute. I need to get all of that on my screen. It's like I haven't streamed in a while. You know what I mean? Also, we might need tunes. I might put tunes on in the background at some point. Let's get into this. Summon Sus, thank you for 72 months. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, chat.
Hey everyone.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
I immediately forgot all of the controls.
Oh.
Yeah,
well, I
like,
just learned them for the first time, so don't worry.
I came back
It's
in.
one to paint. It's one to paint.
Is it?
Yep.
Is it?
Yeah, it's one to
I
paint.
don't know.
F.
The controls are
You're definitely
literally on my
painting now.
screen, and it took me forever to notice. So, for anyone else who can't use their eyes, it's all on your screen. All right,
Good to know.
who's got the best skin? Sev, I think that's pretty decent.
Yes. I'm a creeper.
Yes, you put in slightly more effort than the rest of us, I think.
What is yours saying, Xisuma?
So it was gonna say Mr. Forgetful, and then it just started looking so awful that I just kept writing words.
Dirtlamau. Dirtlamau.
Yeah,
Chaos.
Derplamau.
I'm
my rap
with
name.
Silly.
Right, what was poses?
That's R.
R.
That isn't on the screen. No, it is. I just can't even look.
It is
I
on
even
the
know where to
screen.
look and I can't get it right. Okay, there we go. Is there a new pose?
I think there's a couple
is there?
actually.
Oh,
There's
really?
a couple like
Yeah.
scroll wheels worth of them.
I think they've put in an extra pose or two here.
Installing.
Ooh, there are
It's
my
stalling.
people.
So much prettier.
Oh my gosh, this one. What the heck is this?
It's diving.
What is the pose island?
Right, I got to
Oh,
put
they
on.
had the absolute cinema pose as well. That's great.
I'm doing yoga or something. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh no, this is creepy. This is like a horror film. When this comes,
Yeah.
you'll be like, la 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 la.
Doing the crab walk from The Grudge.
Coming for you.
Okay. I got to do all the setup stuff. Oh my god. Okay. Do we know what we want to play? Which map or anything?
Probably Meccha Chameleon.
They reworked
Back
the
rooms.
saga. It's now
Back
different.
rooms?
Back rooms, back rooms.
Yo, there's a
They
new
have a
game mode called Increasing. Wait,
They
Oh,
renamed
that's
them.
just infection. They
Yeah.
just renamed it.
I was gonna say reverse chicken race. What the heck? So which one did we play last time?
Increasing tag is the infection one.
Ah,
And
okay.
I think basic is the like you don't change. You just die, you die.
We'll do the increasing one.
What's the chicken one?
We'll find out. We'll do that one next.
I don't like the new game mode. The one you have to like there's a game mode where you see everyone's pose and you just have to find them. I don't love that. It didn't really add any real dimension to it, I reckon. You can try it though.
I mean,
Right.
like it's more like finding puzzle pieces in a sense.
Yeah, I don't love it. You also like you have to wait a long time to do anything.
Are we all here?
On my way. Game
Yeah, we should do
is
that.
Okay. Kev.
launching. Here's something about painting a character. Like you might have to run more without me, depending on where things are. Oh my god, that's not the language that I know. Hello, Japanese. Or yes.
Yeah, it's a Japanese game, which is why I think it's called Meccha Chameleon and not Mecca, but everyone keeps calling it Mecca. Like now it's stuck with me.
We
I've
already
I've heard
announced
both.
it.
I don't know.
I said Mecha at first, but I think I like Mecha more. It feels a little more unique, you know.
So is the idea that you use the invoice, or are we using voice on Discord?
Oh, we use the Discord for it.
Yeah, I was about to say, right?
Where's the piano?
I got a silvery backside. I have no
that
imagination
silver?
for painting myself.
What do you have on the
Read me.
back of you?
Read me.
Silvery weirdness.
I can't. Don't you want me like I want you? Something
Keep going!
Something
Keep going! Keep going!
I can't read it. Your handwriting is
Really?
bad.
Nah, it's legible.
Ish.
Have a blue haircut.
Ah, like your one.
Yeah, speaking of that, how do
Oh.
you paint your character? Like now when I'm up in the game browser?
It's F.
Oh, you have to
Yeah,
be
that's
in game to do anything.
Oh, okay, so you okay. But is it
Yeah.
does it say between sessions?
No,
Uh,
resets.
no. It is no skin or anything.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I figured out what's right for me with a skin. I should just paint a football kit. I mean, I like football kits. What can I say?
I get that.
I like how you have like your one says face Zuma, It's like you just need to know that that is the face. It's like that part of the body is nothing but the face.
I was a little concerned I might have had my character rotated the wrong way. And then it would be on the back side of my head. But I avoided that embarrassment.
Paint the back. It's always painting the back.
It's a pain in the back.
All right, well, I'm ready to be invited.
Oh, you
Somebody-
have
yeah.
everything you need in the Discord, I think. In the
Yeah.
chat.
All right,
Put it in
really?
the server
Give me a
code.
sec.
Don't share
let's
the
see. Okay,
code,
yeah, I
though,
found it,
if
found
you're
it.
streaming it.
Yeah, just don't say it out loud.
Yeah, of course, I'm screaming it aloud right now.
Wait. You don't say it out loud when you're typing a password in? What?
I mean,
Yeah,
not
I
too
always
much,
read
but
my
try not
legible
too
letter.
much.
Yeah. What kind of madness is that?
Especially if it's capitalized, you gotta say it's capital, like A or whatever.
I feel like
Is there a specific region tag? Europe?
No.
No. Okay.
I feel like all the paint is like glossy, even though I'm picking. Oh no, wait.
Oh,
I
you
see.
might have yeah, turn down the metallicness.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, whoops.
I'm fugly.
Hey.
Hey.
Well, it turns out I'm no good at making a football kit either. I've managed
All
to
right, this is kind of straightforward.
paint far too much of myself.
All right, almost done. Got a very important task here. There we go. Now I see myself again. This is good. It's pretty straightforward.
Your mustache.
Yeah, gotta have a mustache, you know? Still way to go. Most recognizable version of myself I've seen in a day.
That reminds me of the Lorax.
Whoops.
Okay, so movement-wise, like I can apparently lean backwards and forwards. Oh, I can almost lean into my own rear. Right, interesting. And then there is okay. Okay, so what? Huh? Wait, what did Q just do?
I am officially Sweden now.
Why
Oh,
can I
wait.
place copies of
Yo.
myself?
Looks good.
Oh, that's a feature.
You can clone yourself to basically mold into other objects, because you'll know when you play. Sometimes the poses are too recognizable, and so you can clone yourself to like make new shapes,
Okay,
or just
that's
make more copies of yourself.
confusing, but sure.
You'll
Look
figure
at
it
it.
out.
Is
You
there
just
is there
climb the
like
wall.
is there like a save and load? I'd love to be able to like just save a skin and then load it later. You know what I mean?
I was thinking about that before because I haven't
Yeah.
played
Yeah.
this before, but I was wondering if they did that or not.
It
That's
probably
something
could.
they do need to add because it would be very nice.
Rotation.
Right.
Maybe like
We're
don't
all
let you
in.
do that in game though, because then you
Let's
might
go.
be hiding stuff.
Let's go. It remembered my settings, thank goodness.
Oh yeah, if you're trying to find Silent, just look into dark corners. He's probably hiding inside a car or something.
Yeah. If there's a shadow.
I'm
Oh, what is
outside the
this?
map, you know, something like that.
Sure.
I will never hide in the shadows.
Oh, this looks crazy.
I was born in the shadows.
Oh.
Oh, this is pretty straightforward.
Right. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, Mr. Beardstone.
Well, you see, you gotta go hide from the seeker. Who's the seeker?
Okay, so how much time do we have before the seeker arrives?
69
doesn't look like
seconds.
very much.
69
67
seconds.
seconds.
Nice.
Oh,
6,
wait.
7, 6, 7.
That's not good. Okay, so
Oh,
so
whoops.
poses. How do you do poses?
R.
Press
With
R.
R. And then you can
Thank you, Sean,
switch
thank you.
pages.
Okay.
I recommend starting the painting process now.
Yeah. You should already have a
Time's
spot and you
ticking.
should already be painted.
Oh god,
Well, I haven't
Oops.
even
Oh,
figured out how to
really?
do the movement yet.
I'm so cooked.
I might
Yes, I
have a
think there is a color.
chance. I might have a chance. Which honestly feels like a joke. Right, I'm actually set up kind of quick. How do we do the whistle
I
again?
have
1.
zero faith in my spot.
So now that I'm free camming it, do I get to see all of y'all?
No, because this is infection, right?
Oh
So if you defend,
yeah.
you'll be the seeker.
So
How
no,
did you do
no
the
one can
painting
see
stuff?
each other yet.
All right.
Oh, Phoenix,
Press
you're right.
F and then you see the menu.
Oh, who is that?
Already? A taunt already?
Oh.
Did you check your spot immediately, Phoenix? Just like, I'm gonna look at the light bulb.
Oh, that might have got someone who's new, but no. No.
No, that was a good try though.
I mean,
That's something I would do.
yeah. I got a point or two.
Oh my god.
You got another one?
Wait, is that not? Oh wait, that really. Oh, just a waste of 2
That's-
bullets.
that's
I
the
really thought that
silent
was
spot.
somebody. Yeah, I thought that was gonna be him.
Silent,
spot is
we're not being
absolutely
toxic
awful.
today, are we?
No,
yeah,
no,
okay,
straight
no.
up.
No, of course not.
I am not hiding in a weird spot for once.
Oh wow, that wasn't over there.
Hmm.
You'll never find
Yeah.
me. Heh.
I would never hide in a weird toxic spot.
Can you not change pose when you're seeking?
No.
Oh.
How'd you do that lay down thing then?
Oh.
Oh, I see it.
I'm
Crouch.
sorry.
Ah, I learned.
I'm sorry. I saw
I was
you. I
trying
saw
to
you
figure out the
moving.
poses. Yeah.
Yeah. have you played before?
No.
Uh.
Let's
Okay, so
see,
when
crazy.
people die, they become hunters, right?
Yeah, in this game mode.
Interesting.
My hiding place is absolutely awful.
Beardstone, you shouldn't say anything.
Oh, no, honestly, it's yeah.
Is it out in the open? Tell us more.
Pretty much? Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
You should whistle.
Oh,
here.
hello.
You should whistle like
Dang
12
it.
times. Oh.
That was not bad. Oh, how do I climb? With effort.
Just.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, the hunters can climb too?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good to know.
I'm mesmerized. So far, mesmerized by
We
this
probably
game.
shouldn't all be in the same room. That's probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody get off Misty.
No, you probably shouldn't all be in the same room. I agree.
Okay, so far Kev has
Everyone's
not
spread out.
been like spotted yet.
Which is interesting.
Oh, you got me.
Wait, where was he? Where was he? Where was he?
Phoenix
Just
walked
in the
right
corner by
past
the
me.
lockers.
I couldn't get the paint
Okay.
mode to work, just so you guys know. Like, I'm still not painted.
Oh, really?
You press F and then you can.
Yeah, no,
do,
I got it to work
space
up some
bar.
time. I had a bit of a weird one sneaking into where I'm hiding in the mid-open. And now I'm just confused.
Where is Mr. Beardstone?
I can't believe I'm
It's
getting away with
down.
this. This is ridiculous.
Oh man,
it's
it's
so
out in the open.
I didn't see that.
It's so bad.
He's getting points.
But it's
for it.
good. It's good.
It's good but bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can turn off. Are you able to turn off
Where?
the shadow when you hide? Someone in my chat said I
You
can.
can, yeah. When you're painting, if you press, I think it's V.
Oh, hello.
Oh.
Absolutely no
That
way,
was-
Xisuma.
Good to
That was
know.
really good. No, you really blended in. I just
Two people
I
looked
made
at
I
me
made the
dead in the
unfortunate
eye.
mistake of looking directly at you.
Okay, he's not getting any points anymore. So I
I'm fine
don't
with that.
think.
Oh, there's points. I didn't even see that.
So you
Wait, how
get
do you
points
get the
if
points?
you
Did you for just being
get-
up in the ocean, or?
only if you cover
Whoa!
someone's eye line. So you need to be in someone's eye
Oh,
line.
I
to get
just
points.
bugged out. I'm on the roof.
Oh no.
Oh, that's a great hiding spot.
We
lost a hunter.
Next time.
Hmm.
It will help me find anyone who's on the ceiling. So if you're on
So
the
what you're saying is that
ceiling,
Pearson
Luck's
is
out.
hiding in open how has people not looked at me?
So
They have.
The-
They have. You got
it's-
points. You got mad points.
it's generally preferred to be in someone in like a main area, so you get points.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't
makes
gotten any
sense.
points. But the weird part is, you guys have been on top of me so many times now.
Oh
I'm not
no.
painted, mind
You're
you.
on the
I'm
ground.
not painted.
No way, right? There's no way.
You're still unpainted?
Yes, I'm still unpainted. I've just left myself be wherever I'm at. So if you find me, please do not laugh at yourself, because it's kind of terrible.
Oh, we need
really
to
want to know
find
where
them.
you are now. Kev.
How have we
Yeah.
not found
We
How have
really
you
need
guys
to
not
find
found
them all.
That's true.
I'm just like, how have people not seen me?
Where are you?
Sounds
Like,
like
can we not
way.
just monitor
It's
the
so
scores
bad.
and see when it
I
goes
should just,
up?
like, should I just taunt to see what happens? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hit
do it, do it.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
wow.
close.
Uh-huh.
I didn't
is
hear
close
that.
by.
Good, good.
Somewhere over in this area.
I heard it from the pool house. Hmm.
Same.
It's so bad.
Aha!
How are you racking up the points? How?
Wait.
Oh!
I've totally
That's
hit.
a good
I've hit
game.
there before. It's
Really,
such a
is
good
that-
spot.
Honestly, I
In
thought
the
it was
slide.
awful. I can't believe that worked.
Ah.
Do you know?
That's so
Do you know
good.
who's been rather silent this whole time?
I'm just so confused at the fact that nobody still has not. How? I'm literally in view for most
Oh
part of
my
you
god,
guys.
he's right here.
Yeah, I'm like,
He's
how?
right here. Just
How
look at
have you
those
not
photos.
seen
No
me?
Where?
He's in the first room with the light, Phoenix.
I'm just sitting
Wait.
up at the guard.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
What?
Okay.
Never mind.
Just walking by.
Wait, where was Beard's note? Where was
What?
Beard's note? Where
Oh
was Beard's note?
god, we
That's
really cannot
funny.
look
Wow.
up.
Into
Wow.
a slide. Really badly.
Oh.
That's a good spot. That's a good
It's,
spot.
I'm like, that's so visible though, right? Right?
So many people
It
here.
is. It is.
Oh, you're in the middle of the slide.
Yeah, I got stuck there and I couldn't figure out how to go up and down anymore.
Ah.
Oh, there's so many more rooms
Oh my
to this.
god. It's not that's so good.
That's a pretty decent spot, yeah.
A lot of people somehow
Thanks,
looked at
Hermit.
me. Like I think someone just even collisioned with me just directly.
Well, I looked at where you were, and you because it's kind of shaded and
Yeah.
dark, you get away with it. But unfortunately, I saw the outline. The texturing was great though,
Thank you, thank you.
and we lose
the
us
warm-up
again.
round. I'll try this time.
No, I mean that was kind of like a warm up for the,
I saw that one,
the
Gene.
new people.
Yeah, should we just do the exact same thing again?
That's
Yeah,
fine
sounds
with
good.
me.
Yeah, sure.
Let's do it.
Oh, the pain again? Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of the point of the game, Art.
Yeah, I'm still figuring out controls. You see, when I got stuck there, I'm like, I shouldn't move. So I just didn't, because all of you were walking by past the room all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, once you find a
Oh.
spot, you kind of have to stick with it. Running around.
Oh, I
Yeah.
get to be the hunter
bad
this time
side,
around.
Oh, good
Ooh.
luck.
Oh, Hunter's
yourself.
deafen during the painting bit.
Okay. Give me a sec. Paint definitely Discord. Yeah. Oh, come on, I have to tab out the game.
You should really have
No.
a plan
No,
before.
no.
You need
Oh,
a
you
plan.
still have
It
not
doesn't need
deafened.
to be a good one. It just needs to be a plan.
He left the game.
Yeah, I had managed to click the wrong button.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
What's gonna happen now? I think it just ends.
No, yeah, chameleons will just win automatically.
Oh, I'm sorry for that.
Oh, he's back
Wait,
in the game.
wait, does that work?
Yeah, I am
Like,
back,
if
but I'm
you-
spectating apparently.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the round is probably
Yeah, I'm
over.
sorry for that. Still figuring out the movement and keys and stuff. So many
In case you
buttons.
didn't
dude.
notice, that is not the deafen button.
So how do
No,
I get rid
no,
of the shadow?
I know. I don't have any keybinds to Discord
Got it.
stuff.
Wait, I think this round is over, Misty. So we have to just restart it.
Okay. I don't think that was correctly color picked.
Oh, that's how you use the eyedropper. All right.
Yeah.
We won, guys.
Winner!
Woo!
Yay, we
Hey, we
win.
did it!
Well played. No casualties.
Wow, that was so good. What a round!
I'm so
huh?
bad at hunting though.
Oh, Seb, that's a good spot.
Inside the box, Xisuma.
Oh, you looked at my spot. Dang it!
Yeah.
I can't use it again.
Oh, good spot, Silent. That was a really good spot.
Yeah, I know. I put a lot of
Well,
effort into it.
Yeah. Glad you can call it.
Yeah, it was a pretty close round.
Yeah.
Yeah, not many points though.
Yeah.
Seb, I like that spot. Just becoming
Oh, I'm
wallpaper.
sorry for that.
All right, let's go again.
Not far off for what I was gonna do actually.
Okay, Kev, you got to stand on the middle here on the.
Yeah.
hunter
So
spot.
Kev, you gotta stand in the center circle.
Oh, is that how you mute? Or like, oh yeah, this is how you become a hunter? Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you deafen.
Mute is
deafen
just
on
the
the
V
board.
button.
Yeah, so you got to press the headphones button in Discord to deafen.
Yeah, I go figure. I'm just gonna tab out.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, you figured it out, guys.
Is
Silent,
there
you
like
should
a
do the same
sprint
spot.
button? Oh, there is. Okay, that's good to know.
Everyone's in focus mode.
Yeah.
I have no idea where to go.
Hmm.
Yeah, we tell the hunters to deafen, but like, there really is
Then
no
we don't say anything.
need.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna last like 3 seconds.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Two, 1, 0.
Hey.
All right, I'm ready for you guys. Should I just try to be like nerdy about this one and see if I can find you guys proper, or should I try to?
What was the other option?
Well, I'm just like, do I try
Oh
hard
my
or do I
god,
not try
chat.
hard?
Oh my god. Oh my
Try
god,
hard,
it might work for a minute. It might work for a minute.
That's oh, I'm sorry to say, but
Whoa,
I like the
What?
solution of that. I do like the solution of that. Just the problem was you were blinking on my screen. You were profusely blinking.
Wait, we buried the buried thing?
Yeah.
He was just sitting in a chair in an office looking all on his face.
I'm just glad I wasn't
Alright.
first.
Well, that's a pretty given
Oh, I
one,
gotta
I'm
find
sorry.
you second. Oh, never
Well,
mind, third.
I didn't think that was going to go
Fourth,
well for me,
maybe?
Kev, I'll be honest.
Let's see. Anybody else trying to be a flamingo this time around? Sorry. I got a bit
Made a
nice.
mistake.
There's potentially somebody.
Phoenix with
happy.
1,000 points though? Like, come on.
What
Oh,
the
no,
heck?
just don't. Nah,
Oh, that's a
I'm
lot of
not doing
points.
anything. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry.
Let me think here for a second. What could be a reasonable space for somebody to be? What caused that? Okay, we got not too much time left, and I still need to look at all the rooms. Nobody in there?
Oh no, we
Nobody
have
in there?
300 seconds.
No, you got plenty of time.
A
Don't
lot of
worry about
time.
it.
It's never enough.
Literally so much.
I'm trying something.
Okay, not
crazy.
suspicious down there. You got
Yo,
some?
I had to
Where's
mute.
some?
I had
Run
to
around
mute.
here.
Right,
Oh,
let's
Keep seeing
whistle.
dark corners
Whistle.
and just assume I'm going to find silent.
I heard that.
Hey, now I don't do that every time.
Dang it.
Just like most of the
Oh
Well,
wow.
luckily I've got a pair of blames, Dev.
You found me.
Okay, Phoenix is really racking up the points. Where is he at? Are you guys just looking at him to
No,
give him points? Is that
I'm
what it
just
is?
really far away. I'm very far away.
Probably. Hmm.
Oh, what was that?
I was too close for comfort.
Somebody's
Way too close for comfort.
whistling.
It's a balloon.
I mean, Zuma's got.
Hey!
That was good, Zuma. That was good.
Oh wait, what? What?
Oh, that was so silly.
You got away with it though for a while.
I'm
I
running out
feel
of
like
bullets.
Phoenix does like something similar. Gotta have
Okay, I'm
done.
done painting.
Oh, wait.
You guys can start hunting now.
I need to see. I need to see what Zuma did.
I hid in plain sight. It'll show you at the
Classic
end,
method.
right?
3,000 points.
Yeah, it does.
Somebody stop
What
this man.
the heck?
Yeah, the
How?
question is how
Absolutely
he's racking up
how?
3,000 points.
Has to be extremely obvious, right? It's extremely open.
Now I'm just shooting for the sake of shooting.
You have bullets.
Yeah, do that,
I
do
don't
that, do
care.
that, do that. How many bullets you got?
No, that's not it. Wait, what? But that looked
Wait,
like
you ran
a...
out of bullets?
No, I still got 2 bullets left. One is saved for your pretty face, Phoenix. I just need to figure out where you are. Are you on the drawing tablet? No, you're not. And you're not hiding behind the desk, are you? No. He's not a computer. What a shame.
Nope.
Anybody
Yeah,
in
that
the
was
toilet?
Okay, he's picked up more points somehow, somewhere. Could anybody? Let's see.
Somewhere elsewhere. Where?
It's got to be in one of the corridors. We're all walking through.
Somewhere you can see
Giving
from
away
mostly
points.
everywhere, right?
Maybe in the ceiling.
I mean, we're not that blind, right? Hopefully not.
He's just pretending to be a
way.
hunter, guys. He's just running
Yeah,
around.
I'm actually just running around right now.
I've totally done that
100%.
before, and they fell for it.
Uh-huh.
Ah.
Oh god, I have one bullet left.
What happens when you run out of bullets?
Tough.
Go find out.
I think you just
4,000.
die.
What is
Oh my
that?
I
gosh.
didn't know there was limited
Oh
bullets.
my god.
That was so good.
I was painted the completely wrong color, but it worked out.
That was so good. Because nobody
course,
ever
Phoenix
looked
is
up.
Somebody over
5,000
here
points.
looked
Oh my
at
god,
it.
is this a new high score?
It has to be.
That's mental.
Somebody over here looked at him. But
Where?
Yeah, so where did we look at
God.
him? Where did you guys look at him? Whoever has the eyes that are looking at him that doesn't know to reveal themselves?
Oh, somebody just gave him a lot of points.
Where are you?
5, 4. No!
That is crazy.
Where?
That was crazy.
was it?
He was.
That's
he was
a crazy
owl.
spot, Phoenix.
He was
That was
pretending
really
to be
good.
an owl. That was so good.
What was he
Oh,
at?
he was a Tau. Dang, that's great.
He was a owl.
Oh, that's
no
good.
way.
That's real good.
Okay.
It was very
We're missing
good.
one
There's
person.
still someone else.
Dude.
Still alive.
I wonder where I am.
That's a question.
Can't
Where are
feel
you?
bad, Phoenix, but not that bad.
Do I get points for taunting?
No.
I
but
don't
it's
think
funny.
so.
But you'll get friend points. For
It draws
also-
people
but
towards
it-
you, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah,
that
taunt.
sounded like the pulse, isn't it? Oh yeah.
Reveal yourself,
Yeah, check
Misty.
underneath the
Reveal
cardboard,
yourself. I
right?
know that you're here. I know that you're
Oh,
here.
wait, is Misty in the pool?
I missed! It's here! I missed!
I didn't know how to get out of my free cam to start running.
I run out of
You
bullets!
Dude, that was so
That's a
good.
good spot.
That's
Dude, the
crazy.
towel, what the heck?
How did I miss?
Yo!
In the
Dang,
ceiling!
you
Whoa.
copied yourself a bunch for the Tau. That's crazy.
Yeah, I wanted to get rid of the head, little leg space.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah, where's
really
space?
clever.
that's really good.
Oh,
That's really
wait,
good.
that's insane.
Oh, that's some next level
Oh,
right
right,
there.
you can copy yourself.
Smart
Take a
stuff.
photo.
Wait, where? Dang it, oh man, I have to look back in the VOD. I don't know where Xisuma was.
Oh, I was at the very beginning with the signs. Oh, we got one
Ah,
second.
right.
No,
Okay,
you get
nice,
back.
very
Okay.
nice.
Right, should we change up the map?
Yeah.
Yes.
I haven't played sewer before.
Oh, sewer's
Ooh.
good.
I'm gonna lower the
fun.
search time a little bit as well. There we go.
This will be so much easier now that I know I can sprint. I'll have so much more
This
time
map
to
is pretty
find
big,
something.
by the way.
How do you do the clone yourself thing? What's the hotkey for that?
Q.
Q.
Thanks.
So
Then you
paint
delete
yourself
them
first
by
and then Q,
clicking
and then
X.
Oh, okay. Paint first.
because you can't paint your existing clones anymore.
Got ya.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Uh-oh.
Okay, this
Uh-oh.
is. Oh.
I guess I am the hunter.
Good luck.
Ooh. I'm scared.
Gulp.
Oh, it's really difficult when you haven't played a map before to know where to go. Oh,
I
I
think they broke
need
my
to
super toxic spot.
pick something soon.
Oh no, they didn't.
Oh
Never
yeah,
mind.
time search is very slow, very fast.
Perfect.
That one.
So everyone's making it easy for me, right? Because I never played before.
Of course.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. Yeah, of course.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Can you pick colors somehow? Is there a color?
Uh,
picker?
Yes,
space.
there
Hold-
is an
hold space.
eyedropper tool.
Oh yeah, so you just
hold-
do
hold
space. Okay, I
space.
see. I see.
I think it is a literal eyedropper though, so you want to pick like a less shadow version of the texture,
Yeah.
for example. Tiki-tiki.
No! Immediately?
Oh, you okay? I thought you were a hider. Yeah, I just spawned right there. I don't know.
I didn't
We
notice
spawned
the
where it
spawn room.
was.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, looking directly at my face.
Oh, the hunter
Oh.
can sprint too.
That's a bit
Yeah.
unfortunate.
So I
It's
feel a
okay.
little uneasy right now because the game is glitching me into a spot, and I'm actually like moving right now because it's doing that.
Oh.
I don't like that. I don't know why it's doing that.
I just keep moving myself accidentally.
Yeah, I'm just kind of running around waiting to see if points go up, and then I'll know to stop and look deeper.
Can you get rid of your clones and like redo them?
X.
Yes, with
X, I
X.
believe.
Okay.
But super risky.
Yeah.
Oh, I may have uncovered people.
Oh.
One of us did. Suddenly, a bunch of people got points.
I feel like a lot of people are hiding in the same area.
That might be the case. Especially because you cannot see each other.
Yeah, we should try the other game mode next. I don't know what you guys like, but I like it when you can see where other people are hiding.
That is
Same.
fun.
It's very silly.
Mhm.
Also, I'm watching you, Misty, but like, I can't see anyone else, so I got no idea.
Yeah.
You're close to somebody.
Definitely.
I can
I
tell
don't
you
see
that
anyone
much.
getting. How often do they get points when you're looking at
There's a
them?
delay. There's like a bit of a
lot.
delay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, you have a
The
you have like a
next
3-second
update
delay.
symbol.
Can you change
Some of them
poses
are low.
between creating a clone?
You can.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Ah.
Yeah,
Once
you
the
can
clone
also
is
change
down,
yourself,
though,
and
it's
then
completely
your
new
clone
shape.
won't be changed.
Is that someone? No.
I saw like a weird glare and was so confident I just saw someone, and it was just water.
Oh no.
Zuma's got a lot of points.
What was the button for getting rid of your clone again?
X.
X.
There's a cooldown though.
It's not. It's just not working for me. Yeah, I see the cooldown actually. It might take a long
Yeah.
time. I pressed it while I was in paint mode, so I put it in the same
Oh, I see
spot.
you.
Oh,
Ah, no.
were you?
I was
oh,
struggling with the paint job there.
It's way you were lighter than the darker than the wall.
Yeah. It's because I kept accidentally moving. So I had to keep repainting.
no. It's
Yeah,
obviously
getting perfectly
gigantic.
painted and then moving is just it's,
Oh.
it's so devastating.
There's some
Oh no,
good
I
spots to hide
definitely
here.
wasn't perfectly painted.
Good to know that spot.
Hello. You wouldn't whistle, right? You wouldn't dare to whistle, right?
Should
feel
we
like there
all
might be
whistle
someone
when
here.
it gets to 65?
Sure.
Okay, let's do it, everybody.
I mean, that wasn't very effective. It just masked the
Oh,
directional
I
audio.
heard someone nearby.
Yeah, that's the point. You know, we all whistled. Why aren't you guys finding us?
Hello? No.
I think I found my.
It
I
does feel
think I
kind of
found my
weird because
hiding
there's so
spot for
much
round
graffiti.
Yeah.
The graffiti kind of makes everything look like someone's there, and then they're not.
It does.
All right.
It's a pretty challenging map, especially for a first time player.
I feel like I've moved so much from my original spot that I'm no longer painted properly.
I'm even painting myself when people are looking.
Oh, hi.
Did you see me?
Oh, that was a
straight
really
away?
good
You were
spot,
like you were
Xisuma.
like on top of me for a second there.
Yeah.
I'm sure I keep hearing someone whistle over here.
Mm,
8
anyone else
seconds.
want-
People
That's
got
all I
points
get.
while I was over here. So.
That's
Dude, the
all I
way
get.
people keep walking
Me?
past me. Oh my gosh.
All right, we're out of the bottle.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with that. Oh wait, really? You were that
Kitty.
close?
Yo! What a
Ah.
spot!
Oh my god!
How are we all creatures
like
in the
that.
wall?
I gotta
Oh, I
take
see
some.
you shaking.
Oh, look
Nah,
over there.
The game's clipping me into like an area, and after a while, I'm just like so far away from my original spot.
Oh God.
Oh, hiding
Okay.
behind the wires is really good though. I like that.
Yeah, I'm kind of happy with that.
Dude, so many people looked right at me. We're like,
you can
oh,
sit
I
back
can't
there
see anything
silent,
because of
okay.
all of this graffiti. And I was
This
like, oh my gosh,
island. Are
the
we being
graffiti.
toxic again?
No.
I didn't realize that was
There's the wind
possible.
back there.
That was so
Okay.
good.
Oh, Seb, that's a really good spot.
That's really
Yeah,
good
the
stuff. I
silence.
specifically looked at this art multiple
You
times
looked
and did
at
not
me.
see you.
And you were like, oh, all of this graffiti looks like there's people there, but there's not. And I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
That's funny.
Oh, that was good.
Right, we'll do same thing again.
Yes.
It's slightly messed up, man. I cannot even drive without glasses. Need to clean them. Oh.
Boy.
Ooh.
No, I already forgot how to change the size of the brush, but okay.
Right click drag. Oh, I'm hunting again. Okay.
All right.
Oh, it's right click drag. Okay.
I'm gonna be slightly rancid.
Oh, I
What's that mean?
probably not gonna find my hiding spot, am I? I can't remember where it was.
Can't go into the sewers. Oh man. I didn't pick out a spot for round 2.
I have a spot. I don't think I'm gonna find it though, which is annoying. Oh wait, there it is. Sweet. Go, go, go. Oh my god, my guy's so
Oh, the
slow.
map's changed since last round.
Oh, really did?
It did, yeah. Slightly 1%
that's cool.
different.
Do like objects despawn and respawn or something?
Yeah, some of the graffiti's different.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Oh, I like the icons where it's the paintbrush and the shotgun. That's funny. At the top.
Oh yeah.
Right, anyone in the spawn room this time?
No.
Anyone in the spawn
No.
room this time?
Not me, probably.
Yeah, this X thing isn't working. Is it
Really?
Q?
Don't
Is it
check the
Q or
police?
X? It's Q,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It's Q to clone, X to remove. After like maybe a 30-second cooldown, I think.
I see, I see. So I gotta wait a little while to clone again.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
can
now I know
change
you
I can
go behind
change
these,
pose.
So I gotta check them. How do you have 500 points, Dev?
Me? Oh. He's hiding, yeah?
I mean, that's a good hiding spot already.
Dang
Oh
it!
no, Phoenix!
Hi, Phoenix.
How did you
I
get more than
couldn't-
Phoenix? He was like right in my vision. They have to be like in this room, basically.
How is he racking
No,
up the
no, no, of
points
course
so
not.
badly? Dude.
We're all gonna suspend the entire round in this
The
room. trying to
entire
find
round
it.
here.
No one else gets any points at all.
That's ridiculous. I
I
mean,
did
from
mention that I was
just,
gonna be rancid.
from just being out in the open to that.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Oh, that's
Oh, what was it?
Wait, I want to see if Oh yeah, okay, that does create a nice shelf, like little dark spot. That's really good.
It's such a good spot.
Okay, now we can give other people points.
Nah.
I don't want points.
I guess that's also part of the magic of the whistle, right? Like, you make the hunters go to where you are, so you
Yeah,
get
it
points.
does.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that makes sense.
Someone? No.
Oh, Xisuma has gotten some
Oh,
points. Look at
hello.
Nate. GG.
Ah,
Never mind.
How long did I
Dude.
last?
Wait,
God.
that might
Quick-lived.
that might actually work. Honestly, that could actually really work.
Did you find me?
Yeah, I shot.
Got ya. Yeah, it might work, but I don't know. It just stood out too much.
Hmm.
God, I see players everywhere, and then there's no one.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that sort of like the gimmick, though, that there is a lot of players all over the place?
Yeah.
Oh, Kev with the points.
Yours
That's,
updates like a minute before mine, it feels like.
Yeah, the hiders get to see it go up instantly, I think.
Makes sense.
Where the?
very peculiar, this one. How do I beat Chimera on this one, though? I mean, that was a good amount of points. I really I need to know your hiding spot, dude.
It was very messed up, you'll see.
I mean, but really, for the fact that you were in a room and they were all there just racking it up for you. Like, how?
It's kind of because Misty and I were sort of in that room for a good minute, and we kept rotating in spot.
It's a very visible spot, but very risky.
I wonder if do you get more points if they're like really close to you when you're on the screen?
The
Yes,
more
perhaps.
centered it is.
Oh, so the
and the
more
line of
into
vision.
the actual like reticle
okay.
you are. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Can we get a whistle?
Yeah.
They refuse.
Oh, someone
What
is
is whistles?
literally here. On the
They sound so far
rainbow
away to
wall.
me.
Sounded close, right?
Does that help?
I mean, that-
See,
Dude,
Close,
that's
but
literally
yet
next
so
to me.
far. Oh.
my vision is not the only
Is
thing that
it-
doesn't work well.
Is it?
I mean,
Oh,
Vin,
I'm
you've
close
been
to
where I
someone.
was.
Any surprise that Silent's getting 0 points right now?
Never a
It is
surprise.
Yeah.
Chimera
Under
was
something.
literally right
Where
on
are
top of
you?
me, and then
Dude,
just
Chimera was
didn't
also
bother
right
to
on top
look.
of me.
Yeah.
Literally in the place where I was. I was like, okay, I'm done. And he walks right out. I was like, okay, nice.
Is there someone in here?
Come on, Xisuma.
No.
Teehee.
I believe in you, Xisuma.
You know, Phoenix,
wait, if it's
you're
you,
right.
I
Like,
need to- I
this
need to
was a
think
game
more.
that I felt pretty in it.
I need to think different.
Yeah.
It
What
took a moment
the
to figure it
heck?
out, but yeah.
Oh, Sev!
Oh, that is
So
so
close.
sneaky.
Whoa.
You were
Oh.
exactly where I was the entire.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
wasn't gonna
God.
find you there.
Oh,
You know the
Ah,
idea is
there's-
to get
wow,
points,
yeah.
right?
That's
Ooh,
good,
there's
that's
so
good,
many good
that's good.
spots.
It's all about getting
Wow.
points. Wait, didn't it say chameleons won?
Oh, Gritstone. Gritstone, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, time ran out.
Oh,
I
Phoenix,
I mean,
you were
what do they
underneath the
what do they
sink?
say?
That's crazy.
Like gamers don't look
Okay,
up.
that's good.
Crazy. Yeah, gamers don't look up.
Yeah.
That'll be a good spot.
Oh, this side. That was a good one as well. Yeah.
Oh,
I thought my
silent.
spot would get,
Oh,
would
I
get
see that.
seen sooner.
I've learned from this round that you can get in much smaller places than I think you can.
Yes.
Real.
Yeah, they're pretty forgiving.
Right, should we do? If we do basic, is that the one where we all see each other?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And we'll have one hunter or two.
Maybe two.
We can do
Two.
two.
Yeah. All right. Good luck.
Ooh,
Got
random
no
map.
idea what map it is. Yeah.
Ooh.
What if it put us in this room?
Yeah, we all have to hide in here.
we
Oh, I'm
go.
the hunter.
Oh, me
And
too.
Gritstone too.
We've got this.
Oh, that one.
Oh, this map again. Okay.
Scrum! Scrum!
Run.
I saw a spot that I wanted to hide on the previous round.
Yeah, same.
No
But I
way.
don't know my way around the map enough. Let's go. Change of pose.
The game is super laggy.
Oh, you look beautiful, Simon.
Yeah.
I
There
don't know
it
where
is.
to hide. No.
54 seconds. I mean, how am I gonna?
Oh no.
Yeah, the paint time is on the short end a little bit.
Oh, okay. We can change that.
Maybe like
I'm just brand
an
new.
extra 30 seconds.
I've got the MCC music on. It's perfect.
This is such a bad idea. I'm changing spots. I don't visualize it. Run, run.
Ready or not, here we come.
We're coming.
You come in. Looking forward to seeing you.
Oh, I can
On the
see
way.
where everyone else is. That's great. That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, this mode, I love it because you get to see what other people are up to. That's an
I'm still trying
interesting
to
one,
finish
Seth.
my painting first. It was hard to get this color.
Oh,
Anybody
Misty,
hiding in
you
the
might
spawn
get
room?
away with that. Okay. Dev's,
Oh,
Dev's
Phoenix is hiding.
slightly toxic. Slightly.
What do you mean?
Kev's
Oh
is
my
my
God,
favourite. I'm saying it now. Kev's is my favourite.
I just had to come up with something.
Dude, sometimes stuff like that just works. You know what I mean?
I was like, I don't know if it's gonna though. Like, it's such a hard time believing this is gonna work.
Let's do something.
Right.
Oh jeez. Is there an undo? I assume not.
Tev! Oh no, you're not getting away with that one.
Are you?
You are not getting away with that one.
There's one.
Yeah.
Who was
ruined
it?
it.
Misty. Oh, unlucky.
Oh.
Phoenix, are you in the
Dev will be
spawn
next,
room? I
surely.
feel like you have to be.
Surely not,
I'm
right?
almost
That's a
always.
little bit better. It's a little bit better.
I want the points, man.
Surely not, right? God, this is so bad.
Hmm.
I thought that was.
That's the funny one.
This map has so many places to hide.
I'm gonna whistle.
Phoenix
I'm
is
gonna
a good
whistle.
score, though.
Oh, X, yours is really good.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I thought I was out. You're still
Let's
in.
see. I'll finish. That's funny.
Phoenix, I'm gonna scream if yours works well.
Oh, Xisuma, yours is very toxic.
It's not toxic.
Okay, wait. I haven't seen anyone's yet. I've just been working on mine. Okay.
Oh, Seth, that's beautiful.
Wow.
Hmm.
That was
Oh,
interesting.
Kev.
This
I've
is-
thought
this is
about
worse
doing
than
that.
Than the whistle Tom.
I just got
But-
stared at.
There's
I-
no
I've
way you
thought
win with
about
that, right,
making
Kev?
I just got
another
legit
one of
stared
those,
at.
Instead of
I'm
pretending
just
to be one,
painting
make
myself as
another
piece of
one.
fluff. I just, I'm just gonna be here doing my thing. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I like Dev's one.
I feel like he could be. I feel somebody.
Sometimes
could
you
be
just
ready.
gotta
Oh
run
my
with it, you know?
god, Zuma. Oh my god.
Oh, this is such a good spot.
Aww.
I knew it. I was
Man,
like,
what do you
man,
mean?
someone could be right here, and that's a good spot. Love it.
Hmm. Struggling.
If
Can't find
you hadn't
anyone.
said anything, I would have walked past.
Kirsten, I'm just gonna say, in the last 40 seconds, you have looked at me straight in the eye.
Yeah.
Dev, I don't know how this works. That
Right.
shouldn't be
Mr.
allowed.
That makes me feel so good about myself. Thanks. Yeah, right. Where are you?
It is upsetting that this is working. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Go
Yeah,
on,
this is really
whistle.
fun.
Whistle. I dare
Hey,
you.
give us a whistle.
I'm
You always
it's
go,
literally
yeah.
right
I
here.
didn't hear that.
What can I say? You know,
Go
I'm
on,
an
one more
artist.
time. One more
This is a
time.
good game.
Ah,
Ah,
there it is.
Man.
It was good.
Oh my god.
2 more.
Oh, someone's like right here.
Oh, can to draw?
I,
Change
Kev,
it
I
much to
swear to
make
God,
sure.
yours is so upsetting.
Who's?
How? There's absolutely no way.
Yeah, the last two are ridiculous.
Okay, dude.
I think-
Seriously
I
though,
think-
Felix.
Mine has serious perspective issues. Serious perspective issues.
I'm just like, how haven't they though?
mean-
Like, it is pretty straightforward,
He
obviously,
might
if
be
you
on the
ask
other
me.
side of the wall, actually.
I think the problem is that I couldn't bury myself more, which is why it's doing this. But
But even then,
bad.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly
come
it's working.
on!
Clearly
Wow.
it's working.
So bad! How?
Wow.
insane.
This is infuriating just to see that happen.
There's absolutely no way.
Camouflage. There's one thing this
is
game has taught
ridiculous.
me. Camouflage is really like a real thing.
So close.
Is it just laying on the floor or something?
No,
my
Oh, it's
God.
gonna be
it's
so
not.
upsetting when you
One-
realize.
It's so ridiculous.
Wow.
It's
Oh my
so
God.
ridiculous.
It's right there.
Unbelievable.
That
That's
was
pretty
so
good.
funny.
That's
I
pretty
need
good.
you
A lot
both
of
to
people
go look at
jumping
Kev,
onto you.
please.
It looks
Don't look
bad.
at Kev. Don't look at Kev.
It's.
I heard the whistle. I was like, man, he's like right here somewhere.
Oh, that is
He's not even
upsetting.
faking.
That is
No.
upsetting.
Kev.
It has
Next
gotten
time
the
you can
vibe of the
try
game
to make
immediately.
another light, and just like put it next to it.
Yeah, I'm
pretty
gonna
good,
try to
Felix.
do something similar, just figuring out the color stuff still. But yeah, I mean, I could
Yeah.
probably make another fake light somewhere.
Right, let's
That
see
was
what's
good.
on the next one. That was awesome.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Still frustrated. Phoenix literally sat in you.
Mhm.
Okay, so the size gives you like point multipliers.
Nah, it doesn't.
Not really.
It actually doesn't really help at all.
Well, I picked a larger
It's
one
just
now
more
just to
of
see
a
if I can screw
player
up.
induced challenge.
I want to be a light
a
bulb again,
seeker
but a large
again.
one.
Wait, is it here?
Oh,
Whoa.
Oh no, we're in the lobby. Oh, it's time to paint
Yeah,
myself.
we're the seekers.
I wanted to give myself a funny
Oh.
face, but I have no imagination.
Try to do the Doom guy.
What did I just do?
I do not have that level of skill.
should have been the other pose for this.
Ah, my game keeps like really lagging.
It's like at the start of the round, there's like these random lag spikes.
Huh.
I still don't know why.
I got cornrows.
I blame it on Unreal Engine, I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, I see a small flaw on my decision.
Dang it.
I've made a terrible choice. I keep getting stuck. I've got to change my mind with like 20 seconds left. This is going to be awful.
There's
Don't
20
say
seconds
anything.
left? Oh god.
Yeah, there is.
What?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm gonna see if this works, and if it works, holy. I don't think it'll work. No way this works. But we trust in the spirit.
Whoa, here we go.
Ready or not? Oh no, it's this map. Oh no.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
This feels
Can we get a
like a great opportunity to hide in plain sight.
yeah.
Is there like a
I
paint bucket
basically have
tool?
There's a billion spots to hide on this map.
There
we
is.
are.
I was too indecisive, and then I got stuck on a thing for like 20 seconds.
just changed
Wow,
spots right now again.
someone is
Yeah,
right here in
right
the
here.
open.
It might be a balloon or something. There's so many balloons.
Yeah. Also, it doesn't help that I don't really know this map.
Yeah, we've only played this one a couple of times.
I don't think I've played it yet, and
Uh,
it's full of shapes.
The map does change the objects when you play it. Like there's a bit of randomization.
Which
That's
is pretty
probably
cool,
the most
because
they can
that
do.
makes it much more fun to hide.
I think Kev is
Yeah.
right here in this room somewhere.
You can go and look for somebody else somewhere. I mean, Phoenix is also
No.
pretty close, judging by the points, right?
No.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'd
you
say
guys
so.
should give us a whistle.
You gotta know who you're up
I
against.
really don't need to be doing that right now.
If someone's out in the open, I want to find them.
Hold on, who
Wait,
are
that's
the
up
hunters?
there.
Who are the hunters? Oh, okay. Zoomer and
Yeah,
Silent.
that's over here. Someone's in this room.
I need to do
I'm
one thing,
Squeezing
but I
very hard.
cannot. I'm too paranoid.
You paranoid? I can't move.
You can't move. Neither can I.
Understand.
Wait, I see them. I see them. Oh, well, good. Really
Oh, you
good.
got me. Oh.
Oh,
I
that was,
honestly
that
thought
was,
it was
that was
like
quite
eight.
lucky that I got you. My eyes happened to rest directly on that balloon, and it's like, not a balloon. Oh, there's
what a
so
shame.
many good hiding places here.
Yeah, this is a very difficult map.
Dear Stone, that's a 10 out of 10. My opinion, 10 out of 10.
What, literally, that's I've got 20 seconds left to hide.
No, but I mean, it's sort of like in your element.
If y'all want some points, you got to start whistling. Otherwise,
Yep.
it's Kev's.
Yeah, you don't want me to win. That would be a shame.
I think the only way I'll
Okay,
get
I've
points
done
is
the
when
thing that I
get
needed
shot.
to do. Okay, now
Oh,
I
no,
can.
have
now
you
I can
prettified?
relax. They moved away, so I did it.
Oh, wait.
Seb's good. Okay, that's a bit cheeky.
Tee-hee.
Oh, ice. Oh my god, that's so good. Holy. Oh, I love that, Phoenix. I love that.
It's working so far.
Someone's
I had to
really
do
good.
I
it.
think they're on
Did
the
you
other
see
side
what
of
I
the
did? You
wall.
see what I did?
Yes, that's what I
Yeah.
mean. I see
Yeah,
exactly
that's-
what you
I
did,
had
and I'm
to.
so impressed by it. It frustrates me.
That's very clever.
If I didn't do that, it's probably a little too obvious.
That's so sneaky, though. You're just like a couple of points away from it. They'll see you when they shoot you, and you'll still win. Frustrating.
Oh,
Oh, Xisuma,
Oh,
where's that face?
they're so close.
Yeah, they're like literally right on top of us.
It's back in here
There's
somewhere.
someone over there as well.
Oh, Beardstone.
See,
that's
look
good.
at yourself just winning this away. Come on.
I need to
There's
see
a
what you were.
billion balloons right here. How are
before.
you supposed to figure out which one it is?
Oh, it's like up there.
I like this. It's just going over all
Yeah.
the balloons.
Look at all of them.
Oh, you're in the
Oh, everyone's
balloons.
going off it now. Okay.
If he would have only known that he was supposed to look completely
Good.
elsewhere.
We're gonna shoot every balloon.
It feels like that
I'll
might
do
be
it.
a valid strategy.
Yeah, we need
Save
the
your
infinite
points,
ammo on
dude.
this one.
Save your points.
Oh, it's like. Oh, this is ridiculous.
Bro, 40 seconds left. Come on. We
Oh
found
my
one
God.
There's a
person.
lot of people to find. I'm just saying, you guys
Yeah,
have been
not
like
just
chasing
me.
me and nothing else. Just look at the balloons.
It's hard to tell if they're in like the same room as you or if it's on the other side of the wall.
Well, judging by
Whoa,
the
they're
fact
in
that
this- someone's
nobody
in
else is
this
getting
room.
points.
Someone is in this room. I gotta find them. Oh, maybe they're not.
No.
Yeah, that's not
What?
There's just so
That
many
was,
balloons.
that was so good.
Man, if you could
That was
paint
so
yourself
good.
like this. Dude, I'm getting taunted
I
now.
missed.
Now you're
2K,
gonna see-
Yo, I looked right at you.
You literally did.
I couldn't see it.
That's really
Oh,
good.
blame my eyes. That's
That
what
was
it
my
is.
panic. I've got 20
Phoenix,
seconds.
where were
left.
you?
I told you, bitch, and it was
Oh,
good.
I'm in the main room.
All the- All
up
the whistles
there.
sound like they were coming from this corner up here. They're like throwing us off.
Oh, dude.
It was me spamming.
That's
Yeah,
such a
that's
great
really
way to
good.
blend in.
It's a good spot.
No
I'm
one was in
surprised.
those
Silent
balloons.
looked straight
What?
at me, and I surprised it didn't see me.
I could hear so much whistling up there. And
Oh,
there's
the
no one up
bathroom back
there.
I
You
think
were
Yeah,
hearing
the whistling
was
me on
coming
the other
from right
room,
there.
on the penguin room,
Was
I
that?
think.
Oh, okay.
The whistling
That's
is
clever,
wasn't
Misty,
actually
clever.
as
It was a decent
echolocationable as
spot.
you would think.
I really want to play that one again. Can we just select that
Go
room?
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You should do that with infection and more. cooking time.
Okay, yeah. If it's a hard one again, we'll do infection.
Ooh, all right, spooky.
Hiding again? Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Okay, good luck, everyone.
Uh-oh.
Fortunately, I know where my spot is.
There's not a button. Excuse me. Start choking on my water. There's not a button to like fully color yourself, right?
No.
No,
you gotta
just
do
make
the
it
max
big
size.
and it works.
Yeah, max size paintbrush.
Oh, I didn't notice you could make it so much bigger.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know what I'm doing. Snap. Alright, time to go.
I thought you had a good spot, Xisuma.
I did, but like I don't know how to make it work, so I had to go.
Oh, that's a good spot. Camera. That's crazy.
There's no way this works, right?
Sure.
it's a
No,
little
I
bit
mean, if
too
you're more than like
obvious.
5 feet away, then you'll be fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe there? This is absurd.
Sev, that's a great spot.
Oh, I like your guy.
Xuma's doing the same thing.
Oh really? Okay. Time is
Yeah.
against me.
Yes.
Oh, who's
Go
the
Phoenix.
seeker?
Right, we got this.
Oh, Misty and Beard.
Yeah.
I believe in you, too. You got this.
I don't know. I was pretty bad last time.
I feel like it'll
Wanna
last
say you
5
won't get
minutes.
it?
Yeah,
because
I
you
don't
wanna
believe in
fight?
me.
I see what you mean. There are so many things.
Dang it!
Oh my god!
Oh!
That was
That's-
point blank.
That texture was very, very good, though.
Oh, they look like someone.
I thought you were gonna take that all the way home, Phoenix.
I was hoping to. I was really ambitious with that one.
Oh, there's so
Yeah,
many
it was
balloons.
right at like eye height is probably the problem with it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can get into this area.
You could have done the Amazon smile.
I was real. If I had more time, I would have like drawn a little label on it, like fragile or something.
Where are you?
Oh, that's creepy.
Okay, I'm silent. I've seen you do that before.
Hey, it's a good spot. I like
No
it.
way. Taking a photo of that.
Sev, I love this spot. It's great.
Oh, I wasn't sure for a
Oh,
second.
Seb's gone. Oh no, Seb is gone.
Sorry, Sev.
Nah.
It was good, Sev. It was good.
Xisuma got shot the same time. Dang.
Silent, that is so
Silent.
toxic. Oh.
Seen
Hey,
that
I
happen
had points.
before.
It's not toxic if
Yeah,
I
I managed to rotate there. I don't know what I did.
I found a shiny
Oh, God.
Kev.
Yeah, I was trying to get my little sorry butt around. I
Oh,
couldn't.
Dev. Oh, well, never mind.
Okay, you're not gonna.
Maybe you're really
not gonna
good
find
or just
silent,
really
I'm
bad
sorry.
seekers.
Oh. Yeah, no, I'm a terrible
Oh.
seeker.
Yeah, yeah.
It all
maybe
depends
you're
on you,
good or just bad
Silent.
seekers.
Silence
Wait, is it
not
only
being
silent?
found.
Rainbow, thank you for the raid.
Okay, Mr. Pirate.
Appreciate
what
it,
do we
thank
know?
you.
I can hear some whistling.
Oh, you're the only one left. Okay.
Yeah, don't give it away
Yeah.
yet. They'll figure it out.
Oh, I've seen
They'll
this
figure
one.
it out.
It's a good one.
That is the good one. I like it.
Where have you been that you only got 80 points? Surely it wasn't in this room.
So,
I'm
like, did
actually
you flip
shocked
around?
You got
Sure
8
about
points.
Oh. You have much more than 80 points. Okay.
About those points.
Oh, he's got more now.
Yeah.
It is a good spot. You see, it's a real spot, guys. It's not toxic. It's just good.
It's just slightly messed up.
Go on, whistle,
it's-
Silent,
it-
whistle.
Ranks on it.
They'll never get ya.
7 out of 10 on the toxic scale.
It's a
7
10.
out of 10. You know, that's
Uh,
fine. You know, I'll take that.
To be
I'll
fair,
say
it's
this,
out
I've
in the
seen
open.
Sigils do this one.
It's not
so I would
hidden.
say
It's not
fairly-
hidden
fairly
behind something.
toxic.
How are you getting away with whistling? This is messed
This
up.
this time though, Silent, you're getting points.
I know, for once.
Ah.
It's incredible. My chat was calling me out for that.
Definitely around here somewhere.
Do we have
Yeah.
do we have like stats anywhere in this game, like between games?
I don't think it's that.
Do you have
I
like
don't know. I
a
think the
profile
points
and
might
numbers?
just be a one-time thing.
Yeah.
The likes and stuff is persistent. I think.
Yeah. Remember to like and subscribe, people.
I can't tell
Yeah,
how
yeah,
far
yeah.
away the whistle is.
I know the whistles are not actually that helpful, are they?
Like you're in this room. That's about all I can get out of it.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So
you're not
that's
here.
it's Phoenix levels. I'll just say that it's Phoenix locker levels.
Okay, got it.
Oh, that's the new scale. Okay, great.
Oh,
Oh,
Hey!
Where was he?
Big score.
Big
Big
score.
score.
On
Wow.
the ceiling.
Nice.
that was really
That was
good.
good.
To be fair, I don't think
I'm
I
surprised
looked
I
up.
missed that.
No. You guys all walked underneath him, just licked
Wow.
his.
Ow.
You were
Hard
both up
with
there
it.
a bunch.
Yeah.
Oh,
well played.
Xisuma, you look slightly bald from the other side.
Oh yeah, I didn't finish the job.
Yeah, X, that was crazy
Yeah,
that
you're a
you
little bit
drew that
backwards.
much.
I'll put it this way: you wouldn't have seen me, Bitchstone, if it wasn't for the fact that I moved my story body and
that's
managed to get the blue out in the open.
Ah.
Oh, the
Oh,
cardboard
yeah.
box is amazing.
I tried.
That was a good
I
one.
feel that tremendously. Like I was so much better on the other side. It was painted, it looked decent.
I'm so surprised that Chimera actually got found so quickly.
Right, I'm gonna tweak things.
I was surprised too.
I know, it just stood out to me. I'm not sure.
Oh, by the way, do you think we can play Osaka? They did rework it on this update.
Oh yeah, they added like a little like downwards slope, didn't they? Like a little room.
Oh,
Is that the Osaka? Did you say Osaka map?
yeah.
Osaka,
Let's
yeah.
do that one next. I've given us a bit more paint time on this, and we're gonna do increasing tag.
Right.
Okay.
I'll be Hunter this round.
Good luck.
So
I
what's
have
the
one
premise of
spot
this
I
version?
really want to hide in. Okay, I get to hide.
What's the premise of this game mode?
This
Hide.
is where like you find someone and then they help you hunt.
All right.
Pretty much hide and pray.
That's odd.
Oh, that's a good spot. Oh, that's a messed up spot.
Okay. Everyone's focusing. They're focusing on painting.
There's no way this works, right?
Wish I could flip upside down.
Right?
Alright, I'm happy with this.
I think
I'm gonna
this
get
can
found
work.
straight away.
All right.
I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna work.
Chad, do you think I'm visible?
I have no idea if it's gonna work. or not.
I'm not going in the main room. Anyone who's doing main room strats.
Yeah.
You're not gonna give us the points? Oh man.
Ooh, nerfing the main one.
Ah.
Oh my god,
I,
this is so
that,
much-
that was
Is it-
like only because I saw the little shadow and it didn't make sense.
Oh. I should have
Yeah.
turned off my
In the
shadow.
corner.
Dang
Because
it.
you're in
Yeah,
the right
you
in
need
the
to
corner.
stop the shadow.
Well, I'm learning.
Right, yeah. I forgot you can turn off the shadow.
Someone's trying to pull me into the main room.
Yeah.
No.
Don't follow it.
What the freak? That's obnoxious on a completely new level.
Is someone in the same room? No way. Hider to hider communication.
I would just like to inform you that I have a very toxic spot. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
You do have a lot of points though.
Me
So
too.
it's not entirely.
Gotcha.
Oh,
no,
bitch,
bitch,
That,
no,
that was the
No.
whistles.
Oh yeah, 100%. But I didn't get any points last time, so I thought I'd just whistle a lot.
Well, it got
Did
you
just
top. It
spam-
got you
The
top.
whistles doesn't give you any points though. Like, did you just
No,
spam
no,
them?
but he was about to leave the room, so I spammed the whistles. He came back.
Oh, good call, but a bit dangerous, eh?
Man, the balloon spots are just. You got to check
Yeah.
them. You got to check them.
Yep, check every single balloon.
Oh, what is this room? Is there someone here?
no.
No,
I mean, a shot went off.
that was me.
I thought it was
I saw
Phoenix.
something.
You saw nothing. What?
Oh, come on, why are you whistling at Phoenix, huh?
I know there's
You're
somebody else. in
whippersnipper
here.
whistling, that's what I'm hearing.
I'm really upset that I can't find you.
Find who?
Whoever's in this
Find
room.
what?
Ah, you found me.
Yeah, I knew you were in here somewhere, so I started looking different, and then it's like, okay, that lump shouldn't be there. Oh, it puts you top. Come on, let's
Wow,
get some more
Silent-
whistles.
Oh,
Silent isn't getting you points anymore after the
Where
massive
could Silent be? Is he in the roof
Yeah.
again?
number glitch. Oh, are you in?
Silence
Are
be
you
in
in
the
a
roof
ceiling again? Are you in a ceiling again?
I would never do the same hiding spot twice in a game in a session.
He's doing
And
it
then,
twice.
yeah,
the roof
so,
we
so
go.
he is doing it twice.
But you can do the same thing like a foot to the left. Is that safe? Or...
No, you guys are gonna hate me.
You're first though.
Oh shoot.
I'm getting called out
Yo,
on toxic, right?
That was so good. That was so
Oh, I gotta
good.
see that one.
Oh, I want to know
I
what
was-
that
No
is.
way I'm gonna
Oh,
I
get
see
here's
that
another
one.
one.
No, you got
wait,
me,
that's not.
Trevor.
No.
I was literally thinking
How did no one see you, Silent?
of someone disguising themselves as wood like that.
Yeah. I picked it up like first thing I went for.
I don't think
Oh,
anyone else
wow.
saw that. Oh,
Misty,
shoot.
give us the whistle.
Who was the beak on the penguin?
Wait,
I was
wait,
in the
wait. I
armpit
couldn't
of the
hear that.
penguin. Oh. I was literally just hiding in the armpit.
Ah.
Yeah, it was like the
Oh,
arm.
there's
One
two
left.
people on the penguin.
There were two
Oh,
Wait.
There's
yeah.
another person on the
I
What?
penguin.
thought that was a
That's crazy.
body.
Wait, am I the only one
That was a
left?
body.
I was
Yes,
happy
you
with that
are.
one.
Give us a whistle. Give us a whistle.
You're not gonna find me.
Oh my god.
You're gonna be so mad.
Hello? Hello?
Stupid.
Where is it? Oh god, are you in the room I was? There's no way. Penguin.
Give us
penguin
a
room.
whistle.
I'm too scared. You're all next to me.
Do it.
Was everyone in the main room?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
hear that. Oh, I see you!
Where was it?
Oh,
That's so good.
bro. Misty, you. How
Wow,
did you
that's
not
so
get any
easy
of
to
these
me.
points until like the
You're
end?
fake living it.
Whoa.
You're all here.
Oh, good.
You know you're
Holy,
all the
that's so
penguin.
clever.
How?
Okay, that's a clear cheat sheet.
Oh, that's really
How?
good, Kev.
That was so good.
Yeah,
We
Kev's
were
is
maybe
great.
hiding in the
That's a
main
good
room. Like what?
How did no one notice the penguin had two beaks?
That was great.
No one
weird
saw me
what
in
your
the
brain
armpit of the
focuses
penguin
on.
either. I was in such a weird spot, but like no one saw. I had such a hard time like actually hiding there. It kept trying to make me like visible.
My god.
Oh, that's me.
That's
Okay,
funny.
that's not too toxic. I'll give you that one, Silent.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's even
Silent, if it
toxic. That
helps,
was
I didn't know
clever.
you were there.
Straight up
Yeah, I
clever.
didn't know you were there either. I was getting like all the points in the beginning, and you weren't getting any. So, and then like suddenly you shoot up. It's crazy. No one suspected the penguin at all. Good spot.
Yeah,
I
peeking
almost
when
went
you
for
dig
being a
space.
beak as well,
Tiny.
so I'm glad we didn't both do that.
Alright, let's see what they do.
Wait, we
this
could have
one.
both done it and laid down flat and been like the upper and lower half of the beak.
That would have been great, actually.
Oh, the map feels
Do that for
wider.
basic.
Oh yeah, the layout's
Oh, it's
different.
way bigger. It's way bigger, yeah. Ooh, there's a lot of things. Oh god, there's too many things. Wanna hide everywhere.
Oh dang it! This is going bad.
I don't know where to hide.
Ideally somewhere where people don't find you.
Oh no. Oh no, this ain't gonna work. Or maybe it will. Okay. Oh wait, oh no, it doesn't let me. Okay. Oh, I wish we had a bit more time.
Hmm.
Ready or not?
No, not ready.
Is anybody not ready?
Nope, not ready.
Oh, this is completely different.
Not
Definitely
than
not
what
ready.
Okay. Well,
I will
I'll
die
just turn
straight away.
around.
100% not
I
ready.
Yeah, turn
definitely
around, turn around,
won't-
turn around. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely won't peek.
Yep. I thought you weren't turning around.
Well, I lied.
Everyone wants more time.
Yeah.
It wasn't a
Yeah.
very smart decision, I'm not gonna lie. It was a choice
I
for
went into
sure.
paint mode to
That's a
change my
player.
favorite person.
Come on! That was
Oh,
a
this
good
map is
one!
so much larger than it was
What do you
before.
mean? What do you mean?
It was being aside. Come on, give me a break. Silent spawn
Like,
on
whoa!
top of me, and I
Oh
went
my
like, oh,
god!
shit.
What is going
It's a-
on?
it's a
I was like
massacre
halfway
out
done
here.
painting. I keep forgetting to disable the shininess.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, this map is much larger than before.
I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm finally
Dang it.
finding players. This is new.
I was literally so
Okay,
The signs
my
are difficult
very
too.
my very last minute impromptu idea seems to be paying off.
Working.
Oh right.
People are having ideas for
I
where to
could-
hide.
Well, I couldn't do. I had an idea and I couldn't do what I wanted to, so I had to improvise. And
Mine doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, that makes
Oh my.
sense.
Looking
Wow.
That was a
around.
lot better than it was
Do
before.
I
I'll give
see
them
any
that.
snuggle bunch hiding about?
Huh.
we can't
Where
see anyone
are
who's
you
hiding
guys?
right in this game mode.
Nah, you can't.
Nah,
You can't.
No.
I want to
Oh,
see the
Xisuma
hiding places.
1700?
Yeah,
Yeah, Zuma's good.
and climbing. I'd say I got lucky.
Good spot.
Hello, any people hiding over here?
It's also when you
This
don't
is getting
know
a lot of
where
points.
people are.
Oh,
Spawning
we got a
is
whistle, everybody.
Ranking up. Oh, this building is suspicious. Hello?
Yeah, a lot of suspicious shapes on these buildings.
Mm,
Any Xisuma shaped shape? Hmm.
I heard that. I very much heard that. Where you at? Where you hiding? Huh? Where you snuggle bunning about? Are you snuggling over here, huh? Hmm? Oh no, I can
Are
hear
you
that.
pulling a
That's
phoenix
very
or a
snuggle
silent?
friendly.
There's a game to be
where?
played here. Pick the like most open spot there is, and just go there.
No way, right?
Yeah,
There's
pretty
absolutely
much.
no way.
I've already thought of like a couple of other good spots here as well now.
You know what? We didn't check down below, guys.
How
it's
silly
right
will it be
here.
to be like a neon sign?
I can't believe I got away with that for so long. Kev was literally just standing next to me. Just,
Hey! I didn't smell you, okay?
well,
It's a different thing when I have to look for you. You're the unseen. Unseen, Mr. Pirate.
Two more. Who's left?
Zuma's
Xisuma
doing
and-
good.
Xisuma Phoenix, yes.
I'm not even gonna whistle. There's just no point.
Oh.
Wow.
Well.
It's
He's
1 and 2
somewhere
over
around.
here.
No? Okay. That was worth a shot.
We're getting points being here?
I should have
Where
been on the
is
other
he getting the
side.
points from, though? Somebody's
Phoenix,
giving
where
him
do you
a...
think he's at?
I really should be on the other
Oh,
side.
he just got a
More
lot
points.
of points.
3,300.
Wow, where is this?
I'm missing something.
He's cooking.
I'm sort of in front of you.
Spot.
Oh, it's gonna be so obvious. It's gonna be painful, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really clever.
I do give you that.
A shame I didn't come
Like
up
he's
with
got a
it.
sign
It
or a
was
wall or
born
Oh
out
my
of necessity.
This round's crazy. This round's crazy.
Okay, now it's starting to get infuriating.
Give us a whistle. Oh my god.
Where
Was it the
he at?
wall?
Oh.
All right, I'm
Use the
spam
bumper
whistling.
of
I'm
the truck.
spam whistling.
The
Oh, he was
bumper's
the
clever.
bump.
Yeah.
Oh,
Got
I
those
see.
points.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
you were both bumpers? That's crazy.
Ah, we both had the same idea.
Gosh,
wow.
darn.
That's crazy.
That's
That's so
Funny.
good.
That's really funny.
I just like to say I didn't actually have that idea. It was just born out of necessity. I couldn't do the thing I actually wanted
Ah.
to. I was like, okay, do this.
Dang. Both being bumpers is wild.
sick.
Sometimes the
That's
best ideas
sick.
come out of necessity.
Are we doing the same map again? I got an idea for a spot.
I would like
This
this one again. It's really fun.
Scouting spots.
I think we need a little bit more time to paint.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah,
be appreciated.
Like 15 minutes, please. I can work on my Monet.
I need to work on my brush styles.
Oh my god, like I'm gonna install a couple of custom.
Okay, we're gonna
Like, I
up
bought
it.
a brush set.
There's also the
I'm like
modded
30,
maps,
30
too.
seconds. 30 seconds.
30 seconds, right? That's more than
Yeah.
it was before. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just 30 seconds total. Great.
Yeah, sounds about right.
It'll be like my first round again, just squeezing into a corner screaming.
All right,
Good luck.
Oh,
I'm gonna try something that
I am the hunter.
probably shouldn't.
Oh, my idea is not going to work.
Oh no.
Oh, maybe it will.
What do you mean I can't hide here?
Of course, it's Tyler who gets that
They don't
message.
fit in there.
I'm just
Aw.
on the wall. Like, it's the most standard spot ever. What do you
Oh, this is
mean?
idiotic. This won't work, right? No. Let's not do that.
Okay, this is good. This is.
Oh, this feels illegal. Let's do it. The camera is not cooperating right now.
Wait.
So I did
Okay.
something in this map last time that I shouldn't have, but it worked. I'm gonna try it again.
You're going to be a car bumper?
No, last round, no last round. Yeah,
I'm
those
curious
extra,
if I'll actually
extra
get
30
points
seconds
here.
are good.
I should be visible, but I don't know if it's gonna pan out for me.
I don't think my idea works. Oh, already?
Perfect. Use the idea that doesn't work.
I mean, it's got
Maybe
like a
have a roof on it.
slim chance.
Just realized a very bad flow of my idea. Surely not, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna last
Needs to
about
go crazy.
10 seconds.
Come on,
Just
what's
whistling
this
already.
about?
Alright, I'll leave it at that.
It's so obvious, though.
Oh!
I'm like, I wonder if I can get away with that.
I mean, I did question like, is that just a bright red square, like part of the map, or not?
That was sort of my plan. I'm like, just to look at it and go, okay, it's fine, no questions asked. But no, of course not. Of course not. You're way too clever for me.
If this works again, I really need to question why.
It's got to be something about psychology, right?
Like, I did this because last time I had no time and I was just there and I had to do something and I lasted the whole round. I don't know why or how.
Ooh, Phoenix is getting points.
Ooh.
Oh, sign got shot.
I thought I saw someone in
Okay,
the
so
mouth
who
of a
of
dragon,
them are
but
they?
it just
So
has something.
who switched skewer? Is this the skewer?
Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Phoenix.
But-
It's like, it was good.
I really
really good.
needed to try it again.
Yeah, that was good. That was solid.
What?
I didn't
Can you
question it
climb
at
on
first, but when
top
I
of
saw it, I
your,
went like,
like-
okay, wait a second here.
Take care, you have
I
I think
limited
you're
I
wasting.
cannot
Yeah, you're
shoot this
wasting your
person.
bullets.
Well, no, this is a person, but I can't shoot them.
Maybe it's not a person.
Oh.
Oh, did I just put 2 duplicates there?
Oh, they definitely
Don't
did
waste your
duplicates.
bullets.
It might be a corpse.
Nah, there's nothing there.
Okay, so they have. Let's see here. That's 3.
There you
Okay,
go.
you got it.
Oh, it is.
nice.
That was
Xisuma.
weird. I don't know what went wrong there. You gave me lots of points,
Huh.
so thank you.
I
That's
randomly
funny.
crouched at the right time.
Oh, this is an interesting area.
I'm
this
sorry.
is
Like
really
it is good, but no.
Oh no, that's awful.
You can go down
I'm
there.
surprised
Come
it
on.
took you that long.
I had to aim. You know, I can't
That was a
aim.
panic hide again. Yeah.
It was a good one though. Like if you think about it, but point-wise, just out there on the side, you know.
Silence got 856.
You can live with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was
I
weird
like-
shooting you, X, because it wasn't wasting my bullets.
Oh,
That tail could almost have been silent.
My,
Like I still
my
have 4 out of
spot
5.
should not let me get points, but it is.
Okay, sure.
Kind of funny spectating when you are hiding, because when someone gets shot, it just suddenly pops into existence.
I feel like I got a jetpack on.
You have a jetpack on.
You
Right
really
it.
climbing. Flying is not enabled in the server, man.
Fly hacks,
Hmm.
please, man.
I really like the idea of just like hiding in plain sight.
Yeah.
It's way more interesting.
It's a
Is that a
subtle dig
hint
at silence.
towards the 3 of us that are hiding right now? I would like to say that I have 1,000 points right now.
It's
That
true.
is a lot.
I'm hiding in plain sight, according to the game.
Everybody's just sneaking about. Snail people.
Heck?
This
Let's
is
get
great.
some, let's get some whistles.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not good at whistling, man.
Oh, 1 minute left.
Yeah.
Whistle.
If you want to beat my score,
Sorry, I have a sore throat. I can't whistle right now.
Same.
Okay, make a loud noise with your feet. Huh?
Like
Sorry. What?
Yeah, I got no idea.
Oh, I
was
heard
that?
that.
That was distant.
Ah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, there's several.
I see them. I see them. They're right there.
No!
Got them.
No,
Oh,
Will
you're
was
not
silent.
beating
Will
my
was
score.
silent.
Are you sure about that?
I don't know. Is there a delay? Oh, there's a delay.
Yeah, there's a delay.
Yeah, there's a delay.
Of course,
Missy,
nobody
you
would have
walked
gone in
past me,
here,
like,
Seb. No
3
one-
times.
No points. Come on.
Where were
Crazy
you?
spot, Xisuma.
I was
Come
under
on, I'm
the
gonna give
same
you for
that
that, though,
alley.
Oh,
That
that's
was a
beautiful, Seb.
space. That was a
Ah.
space.
What
Sorry
the
for-
heck?
Oh, okay.
I like your space done. Like it was good. It was bit done good. Like that.
Did you guys see Xisuma's spot? He
Oh, that's good.
was wrapped around.
Wait,
the
how
back
did you
of
get hit? Violet? What the heck?
Yeah,
thought
I
someone was
shot
gonna
X
find
like
me, but-
10 times and it just wouldn't do anything.
it. This is
A lot
of people
completely
look at me,
legal
but no one
spot
told me it's
that lets you
allowed.
get points when you shouldn't. Okay.
I'm gonna put it a little bit more on the open.
Yeah, that's crazy that that gave you points.
Should we do that one again?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
Does this mean I have to find an original hiding spot?
No.
Perhaps.
Right, I got an interesting spot. There'll probably be something wrong with it. Oh no, don't change pose.
I love hearing all the little footsteps.
Can't see anyone though.
Hmm. Here we go.
Ah, this doesn't work? Oh, that's a shame.
Alrighty.
It's so hard to line yourself up with like your mimics.
Oh, using mimics.
Ah, I see.
For the first time.
I tried to be like a little handle on a sign, but it didn't let me do it.
No. That's weird.
Oh no! What the heck? What the heck? Just
Uh-oh.
oh
Did it move you?
yeah, I just randomly moved, and I'm like, hey, I'm not done here. I've got work to do.
Well.
That is gonna have
It's a
to
very
do.
deep
Anyone on the
subject.
spawn?
I got that joke.
Someone got points off the bat.
Anyone around here?
Apparently everyone.
Oh,
according to the
a
points.
lot of
Yeah.
people. Whoa.
Absolutely.
All
everyone.
right, I'm gonna check the entrance then for a while. Okay, so that's Beerstone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Did you know that was him before you shot?
Yeah,
Just by the paint job.
I just
That's
imagine
crazy.
by the points, right?
Wild.
Now the rest of people got very little amount of points. So I'm inclined to think that it's like around here somewhere.
Okay, I have finished fighting.
Anyone here? Hello.
No, no one would hide in my spot.
Yeah, well.
God, I'm so bad at moving with this. There we go.
I don't love it.
Where are you?
Hello. Here.
Did you check for
This is
bumpers?
great.
Currently checking for some bumpers. Hello. It has to be at the start, right?
Yeah,
Oh, that's a lot of points.
Yeah, everyone's getting a lot this round. Did we
Oh,
spread
no.
out at all?
Oh
Or
no!
just, like, right
Ah.
Come on, I was still painting when you were shooting me.
Why?
Three
What the heck?
in the same spot?
Huh?
What do you mean?
That's
What do
crazy.
How?
you mean?
Wait, how?
Were we all
You
hiding
oh,
there?
you four?
Oh,
Wait, what? Really?
What?
Bro.
What the heck?
where was everyone else?
You four were in the
Okay.
same vertical line.
Oh my god.
We had the
Okay,
same
well,
idea.
It's just
I
me and
am
Steph now.
blind.
Just shoot.
That was a mess up, I'll say that.
What are the odds of that happening?
That's crazy.
Slim.
I've seen that once before on this map where like 5 people
No,
hide
but,
on
like-
one wall.
Dang.
Like,
I
on the
think we're
same
all in the
side?
same. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You can
So
send
only
us
2
a
people
screenshot
left.
of what that looked like.
Well, I'm not
Sure.
proud of that, being spotted with the rest of the crew. Although my paint work really sucked.
Okay, what hidden corner, crevice, dark spot is silent in?
I'm literally out in the open. What do you want from me?
Are you in the sky? No, right?
How would I be in the
Oh, yeah.
sky? There's a barrier. I checked.
Yeah, but you can stay in the barrier on the top. I think it was Ellie last time, then he just put himself at the ceiling.
What
Oh,
if they're
the
also on the
vehicle
sign
colour
and we missed
changed.
them?
Yeah, I was about to say, I wonder if there's another one on this sign that we were all in.
Yeah, there's another 2 people on that sign actually.
Yeah, that would have been infuriating.
Oh,
the heck?
right, the fish
Whoa,
makes
wait,
noise
wait,
when you
wait.
step in the
Guys,
water.
running away! Get him! Get him!
Oh, dang it.
Oh no!
Wow!
Did I really miss that first shot on you?
Yes. I was running
That
for my
worked for a
life.
moment.
Who is left? Silent? Oh god.
I don't know why you guys would leave me for last.
God,
like this.
where's
You
the
should've gone for me
whistle?
first.
Where's the whistle? You want? Oh, you want that number one
Oh, that's
spot?
super close.
This is such
It's
a dumb
painfully
spot.
close.
This is such a dumb spot.
Oh, how obvious is it gonna? Yep.
Why do I find this straight away?
Oh, that was
Oh
good.
wow!
I walked past there twice.
What the heck? That is so
Everyone
good.
walked past
That's
that
a
so
really
much.
good one.
Oh, that's similar to
But
what.
yeah,
I was
look at
trying
the
to-
look at where y'all hide.
Okay, yeah.
Look
I
at
need to
that.
see
Okay,
this
what?
Oh my
Really?
lord!
Bro,
I only saw myself.
Okay, why was
I only saw
everybody on the
myself.
sign?
How did everybody else go
Bro.
for that?
Phoenix
Guys,
had
I
the
know
most
I'm
fun
not
with
bad
that, I
at the
gotta
game,
say.
but you don't need to hide together.
That is
uh,
ridiculous. And then missing at the top. Oh my god.
That's funny.
Oh shoot! That was a good round. That was a good round.
Beardson, yours were actually very good, but at angle you could see like the stroke of it.
It was also just a terrible paint job.
No, it
Should we
works
try a
from it
Minecraft
worked
map?
very well from the
Let's get pigeon
from the
thing.
front.
Maybe. I was gonna ask, what's reverse chicken race?
It's like reverse dance.
So everyone's pose is shown or each person's pose is shown to everyone per round, and then your job is to find that pose specifically, and it's a really slow game, which is why I
Yeah,
don't
that
really
sounds
like it.
strange.
Hmm.
And what's double?
I've never seen that.
Oh, everyone like so we all
okay.
hide and then we all search.
Ah,
Oh,
everyone.
okay. Should we give that one a try then?
that is interesting.
Yes.
Mod.
So the first
Oh,
one
is
to
this the-
find
the
everyone
Minecraft
wins.
map?
Okay.
It
Including yourself.
it automatically
Oh,
downloads,
the
right?
mod we downloaded.
Yeah.
You have to click the big blue button and then hit
Oh, it took me
subscribe.
to Minecraft Big Vanilla Map. Click to download.
It's
Yeah.
not malware. Trust.
Oh, it's to take you to the Steam page.
Yeah.
Is the
Oh,
Minecraft
yeah.
map what I need?
Yes.
Yeah, then you just
Oh,
click
okay,
on
okay.
subscribe and then it just downloads
There you go.
I'll
very
do it right now.
slowly. 80%.
There's probably some other cool maps
90.
worth playing on there, right?
Oh, there are so many. There are so many cool mods.
I might have a browse after this one.
Do that. We should do the Where's Wally one. The Where's Waldo.
Oh my god, yes please. That sounds hilarious. I like the idea of playing on like a super small map, but with lots of places to hide.
Yeah, we all hunt in this one. Okay.
So the idea is that you hide so that others cannot find you.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's the definition of hiding.
Yeah, but I meant, like there's no points in being like spotted and seen and stuff.
have all
Yeah.
been the,
You just
the
gotta
Minecraft,
find everyone
like-
as fast as you can.
It should have been the square bodies.
I clicked on accident the normal one.
Yeah, I forgot.
I might be a little bit toxic. I'm not sure. I think
wouldn't worry
I'm
about it.
fairly toxic.
Me too.
Oh no. I am fairly worried.
So you get to see the pose. Do you get to see how it's coloured?
No, we don't get to see anything in this one.
Oh, I thought we
No, this is
were.
a different
Yeah,
one.
you just have to.
This is a different
you
one.
just have to find everyone.
Huh.
I don't think you can whistle, can you?
I mean,
From like once you're seeking, right?
oh yeah, no. Once you're seeking, no.
Okay.
40 seconds. Okay, I got time.
It's something.
I think I gave you a bigger player in this one. This is way too small.
Oh, that's so silly. I like it.
Okay.
Give
So
my
none
little
of us
guy a
did a
smiley
toxic
face.
hiding spot, right?
Well.
Oh wait, we can't paint anymore.
That's it.
Oh,
Yeah, you can't paint after. you have to
oh
finish.
God.
Yeah.
I think my
Once
spot's
you're
fun.
done, it's done. Swear to God, if there's
whatever.
one in the caves.
Oh my
I'm
lord.
not certain that I had gotten the right
I
choice there.
didn't-
'Cause
Oh,
I only
oh
painted
wow.
in one
Hi.
direction.
Hi, everyone.
Oh wait, we
I
only
can
get
see your
5 bullets?
guns.
Oh, that's cursed.
Well, it's time to find people, eh?
Yeah.
What if you successfully shoot? Maybe you get
Oh, we have
to
bullets.
shoot again.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
People are
if
going and
you
finding
find someone, you get an
themselves
extra bullet.
Who went in the
Aha.
cave? Silent went in the cave, right?
No comment.
Do you have to find yourself?
Oh,
Yes, you do need to find yourself.
as well.
You need
Oh,
to
right.
find yourself. Well, that's fine.
I'm not doing that.
I don't
So
think
I'm
we heard
following
each
anyone
other's
that is going
gunshots, do we?
outside.
Well, it sounds like wherever a cave is, I should go there.
Yeah,
Oh
that
my
cave's where
God,
it's
this
at.
map is gigantic. All right, this is the.
Yo,
famous-
so thanks a lot, my dude. Thank you for
That was so funny
10
last time we
years.
played, though.
Just
All
came
of a
back
sudden,
from
like,
London seeing Mumford and Sons at Hyde
Yeah.
Park. Cool. I hope you had a good
Mhm.
time, man. I got to see some live
Why can't I
music
walk up the
recently.
stairs, like,
Gotta love
Poor
live
Steve was
music,
just
right?
chilling, man.
Thank you for 10 years. Dang. Oh my God, feels like we need to set off some fireworks or something.
You know, maybe what this game mode is missing?
Okay.
Automatic whistling.
I think it has.
That makes sense.
I'm pretty sure you can set a whistle timer.
you can.
Hmm. How are y'all finding people? Oh no.
We're finding ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's
Okay.
the only way anyone has points right now.
No one in the cave, dang it.
Really? What's about the berry bushes? I'm just like, do you take damage from these? Damaged by the Minecraft game, that's for sure.
Oh, there's so
Oh
many, so many
gosh,
spots to
okay,
hide on this.
that's pretty big, right?
Yeah,
I
this
see what
is
you
a
guys mean.
big map.
Oh,
That's a
God.
completely different level of depth. Like, holy.
I feel like
How
this,
are
you
this
supposed
game
to-
mode would be really cool if we were just in a small room.
Yeah.
And then it could be a bit more of a like against the clock.
I guess the Where's Waldo one will be perfect for this game mode.
Yeah.
Is that
yeah,
what
we
it's
should
like?
do that
Okay.
one.
The Wells Water one is
Go
like
on.
a flat book.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I remember the hiding
Not found
spot
a
I'd seen
single
before.
person.
Oh God, I cannot find anyone.
Neither can I.
Neither can I.
Where did y'all hide?
I found one person that wasn't me.
I found 2.
I found 2.
Where's the rest?
Oh, I haven't gone downstairs, right?
Yeah, I
there's
still
an
have to go
upstairs and a
downstairs and look.
downstairs.
Oh, there's also an upstairs?
Yeah, there's an upstairs.
What?
Oh god. Well, no one go to the upstairs. It's
I can't even
not
find this
important.
cave everyone's talking about.
Oh, found someone.
There's no one in the
Yo.
cave. Don't waste your time.
No.
That was a good spot, Chimera.
I hope you enjoyed the smiley.
Yeah, it's polite.
It's getting okay here. Well, where are the rest?
We only have a minute and a half left, everybody. We
What?
are,
Oh
we are
my
getting
God.
destroyed.
That was
This
a
is messed up.
great hiding spot.
So there's an upstairs. Okay.
I haven't even
Let's
been
see.
outside. Oh no.
Xisuma and Kev.
I
are
mean,
winning.
upstairs is fairly compact.
Aha.
Don't really see much of a.
Where? Where did you find them?
Why did I just randomly shoot? I didn't mean to do that. Okay, cave. Oh right, you can go down here. I see.
Oh god.
Should we start giving some hints?
I'm at the
Yeah,
entrance
someone
of
whistle.
the house.
Yeah,
That's someone.
I'm inside.
That is someone. Aha! I found Kev.
Okay.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with that spot.
It is a very
That's a
good
good
spot.
spot, Chimera. Good spot, Chimera.
Oh, that cave.
Ah, found Zuma.
Hey,
How have you guys found anyone? I don't
Say no more.
understand.
This map is a little bit messed up.
Yeah, this map is crazy actually.
Yeah,
Mr.
where
Brimstone,
is
you
this
found
cave?
yourself.
I can't even find a cave, much less a player.
There's,
I
there's
think
no
the
one
cave
else-
is
there's no
where
one
the
in cave.
water is.
Yeah.
But there's no one in it.
Oh, the little tiny thing?
The thing is,
Yeah.
walking up
Oh.
the stairs takes like 20
Oh my God.
seconds.
it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
It does. I'm
Yeah,
glad I
those-
saw
those
that.
Stairs are not great.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Glad
wait,
I
so
saw
many
that
people-
last second person on the wall.
Oh, there was someone down there. Oh.
Silent!
Oh, it
Come
was
on!
you, Phoenix, that I
Oh,
found
shit.
last.
the same thing.
Thank you for the gifted sub. Appreciate it as always.
Is that what
Smoking
everyone
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 was in
was
the
enjoying
house.
it.
Okay.
Suma,
I spent like the whole game looking
Oh.
outside the house, and I was the only one.
Phoenix, you were just on the wall. Oh,
I thought I
should've
checked
seen
the
Oh.
wall set.
Oh, wait, I got
Oh,
that one.
Xisuma, that's very good.
Thank you. I
Yeah, I like
just
yours.
I just looked up and I thought I can't see up there, so I'll get on top
Oh,
of it.
this one missed. It would have been an
What?
easier one. Why didn't I even think to go down here and
My,
check?
my favorite one was that
That was good.
that netherwart
That
roof.
was a good hiding spot, though.
Yeah, Chimera on the roof was good. Being blue like that.
I need to look up mods. So where do I go? Workshop,
Yeah.
and then wow, there's some cool looking ones here. Is there a search?
I can
Should
give
be.
some recommendations if you like.
Is it Waldo or Wally on this?
I'm not. I don't know how to check what I have.
Okay, I got a Where's Waldo / Where's Wally.
It's the one where like all the hunters are at the top of a barrier and the hiders are underneath on the book, and you have to draw to camouflage in the book.
Right, what
Oh,
I'm
that's pretty
looking at looks very different. I see the
There's
one where they're on the
also-
floor. Okay.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
Maybe we should give ourselves more painting time if that's gonna be.
Do we like pick? Do we say just one page of the book instead of using the whole thing? Otherwise, it'd be a bit mental. Like we say, just use the beach. Just use the beach.
We could. Or we could do an in-house rule where everyone has to pick like the biggest size. So
Okay.
it's more difficult to blend in.
Right, it's gonna take you to page.
Oh my.
Yeah, that's the right one.
Oh
That's
my
the right one.
god, that's massive.
Okay. That
That's
is
funny.
way larger than I expected.
She's yeah. Oh my!
Oh,
What
wow.
Yeah, it's an insane.
Okay,
it's
so
an insane concept.
we're gonna make Xisuma be the seeker for this, right?
the? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dang it, I'm the worst at seeking. We're
We believe
playing
you.
the same mode double again. So everyone gets to
Ooh,
hide,
okay.
everyone gets to seek.
Interesting.
Really? I kind of don't like. I want Xisuma to be the one seeking. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel
No,
like
Thanks for the
I like
host.
the
Thank you
pressure
for
of the
subscribing,
hunters running
appreciate
around
ya.
trying to find you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah. There's
I don't know.
some magic to it.
Whoever is streaming, ask the viewers.
Oh, what's
All
that?
right, I'm picking a massive body.
Yeah, 1-7.
Oh,
Yeah, 1-7.
I forgot to do that. Can I change it?
No.
No.
That's too late.
Beardstone's cheating.
It's okay. I'm really bad at
toxic
painting.
Beardstone.
So go to the
Oh,
beach.
this is.
Oh
Oh
wait.
this is
my!
massive.
How?
Go to the beach. Go to the beach. Everyone at the beach.
This is not gonna work. Like
No,
this is not gonna work.
I thought this was. Yeah, I thought this was a lot larger.
Yeah, this is gonna be hard.
That being said,
How do you even paint anything here? What if I just hide on the wall?
oh, I'm literally doing the same thing.
No, get on the floor.
Get on the floor.
Wait.
That's messed up.
Since
That's
we
so
don't
funny,
have the right map, I'm gonna try and find another map for us to play on.
Sounds good.
There's only one pose that's laying down. It's the one that's like all spread out,
No.
and like the largest size too. That's crazy. Oh god, I do not have enough time to paint.
I think I found one.
Well, have you all left or?
I don't know. Sorry, what's happening in the game? I just
That's a question.
I'm not even paying attention.
Let's just say that it's a question.
Remember, you only have the time that we are here to paint.
Oh no.
Oh right, yeah.
I don't know how we're
I think
gonna.
big body is not a good idea. There's too much drawing to
the-
do in 60
ju-
seconds.
Yeah, too much drawing. So cooked.
Okay, never mind.
All right.
Never mind.
So now we
Don't
shoot
worry.
from above.
It's gonna be so bad.
Let's see. I found.
Oh wow.
Oh, I see.
Wow, guys.
I see.
It's
The
crazy,
wall wasn't a
guys.
good idea. Who is that gigantic blue one?
There were some good attempts.
I thought we were all being on the beach, huh? What happened to that idea?
Yeah, what happened to that?
Oh yeah, I totally didn't do that.
There were multiple beaches, weren't there? Oh wait, that's not a beach. That's underwater.
I went to the wrong beach.
Yeah, I went to the wrong beach too. It seems.
Hey, let me show you.
Well, two people are
There we
doing
go.
pretty good at this.
Yeah.
I'm missing only 2 people.
Oh, they gotta be on the walls.
They're in the
I'm in your
walls.
walls.
The heck? Oh, okay.
I'm missing 2 people.
Huh.
Oh, how did I miss that? Wow, I'm blind.
Oh.
Fascinating. Does it end once someone's found everyone?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the game mode.
Oh. Okay. Well,
What have
don't-
I missed?
If you find the
Let's
last
see.
person, don't shoot him.
What do you mean?
Why would we not
Not a
shoot?
person.
I like seeking.
This is wild. Now I'm like, are they glitched out? Oh.
That was the last one. Sorry.
All right.
Who did I
Where did
miss?
I
then? Oh, right
Oh,
there.
wait, wait.
Wow.
Oh, that
we're
was
hiding.
good.
Oh, Beardstone. Beardstone,
There
that's
he
a good
is.
spot.
Oh, Dev. I didn't see
Those
you
are
at all.
two really good spots. I didn't realize we were gonna be looking from above. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
Neither did I. I was like, this is not gonna
okay,
work, is
yeah.
it?
Everyone on the freaking wall, dude.
The walls are actually the worst.
That's really good. I
I
think we
tried,
could do
but
this
I
map
had to be
and
blind.
not confined to the beach.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
should
we
do
Island
can
that.
do it
was
again.
really good, I gotta say.
Yeah, we should do this
try.
again.
I made an attempt. Thank you.
I wish you had like a sort of transparency to look what's below you.
Yeah, being able to
Yeah.
like unrender your body would be fantastic.
Right, I got time for
Alright.
one more, and I picked out another map, so we can do that one next time.
Sure.
Here's the concept. I think is a one-room map. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just do this. I don't know about the settings.
download.
Oh, it's the lo-fi girl.
Lo-Fi Girls Room.
Yeah,
Wow.
No
Yeah.
judge.
classic.
No judge.
Put on your lo-fi hip hop.
No judge. So the concept now is it
Alright.
really regular? Xisuma hunting? Good.
I think it's one person hunting. Yeah.
Yeah. Sev, come on,
Oh.
subscribe to it.
Almost there.
Down with the pack.
500 hours later.
It's
It's
at
just a
80%.
Bitcoin miner. Just install it.
It's
Yeah.
like downloading Team Fortress 2 back in the day, just leaving it
90%.
overnight.
You mean like installing World of Warcraft in like 2009?
95.
Oh,
Done.
There we go.
just switching the CDs for the DLC. God.
Oh, I remember that. Oh god, good old days. Good old days. Computer goes.
I think I have.
There was
case
an
somewhere
issue
around
with
here.
your installation.
Oh God, no! God forbid.
Halfway
Oh,
through,
I'm a
dude, that
seeker.
was the best.
Oh, oh God!
Yeah.
This
That's
is
cool.
gigantic.
All right.
This is a
Okay.
big map.
Oh,
Is it a big map? I'm gonna deafen. I don't
Yeah.
want to hear this.
no. Oh no! Poor Silent.
Yeah,
They are
this
not
is
ready for this.
this
This is
something.
messed up. How big is the hunter gonna be? Oh wow, the
Should
camera
have
does
picked a
clip
bigger
through
body size.
the same. Let's see, what can I hide? I see someone on the books. Hello.
Hi. Oh yeah, we can see each
Okay,
other
what-
now.
This room is gigantic. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It looked like it might be like a small one-room thing, but no. I have to do more research.
What do I do here?
Oh wow, lag spike. Huh.
Yeah, the lag's really messed
How do
up.
you rotate yourself? Like
It's kind
these-
of like wiggling left and right, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, but I meant
lag
like on the
Then you
side.
can-
Okay, I think I might be quite visible, but I'm just gonna go for it. Oh wow. Okay. I can
Oh,
see
God,
other
the
people. Silent is hunting.
color-
Okay, Kev, that's pretty clever.
I still
color
have to
dropper
figure
doesn't
out
work.
if I can or not. I'm not going to be seen this way though. That's the problem. Like, or maybe I will very much be seen because this seems so straightforward.
Alright,
I think
sure.
Misty might get the most points. I just got a feeling.
If I can get the color to work.
Uh-oh. Climb, climb, climb.
Okay, guys. I am Steve.
I'll be
The
dead in a
timing,
second.
The
I am
timing.
Steve.
Oh my god. Whoa.
Ow.
Oh,
Oh, you're
got
also
Dev
small,
straight
okay.
away. Wow.
Yeah, I'm small.
Oh, the shadow. Oh.
Oh.
I would have seen you regardless.
How do
to
I
be fair.
disable my shadow?
So it's Alt F4.
While
Oh.
you're painting,
When you're
while you're
painting,
painting, you can
press
press
V.
V. Yeah.
God, someone's yeah. There you are.
I was gonna say like
That's really good, Kev.
Why am I?
That is
why am I
really
so
I just figure
small?
out if I can do more to it though. I'm just like, is this maybe gonna? I don't know. Maybe that might work. But it's like
Why-
so bad at the same time. Like maybe. I'm
Alright.
just gonna say maybe. Like it's gonna be one of those potentially.
Is that someone right there?
I'm not gonna get any
Oh,
points.
Wait,
Silent is
you're-
hunting.
You're
It's just
just
like-
standing on the top shooting. You're sniping everyone.
I saw someone over there, but like their body like changed colors or disappeared or something. That was crazy.
Oh.
It was like one of their mimics. Maybe it's yours, Phoenix. I don't know.
Nah,
I was
wasn't
worried I
me,
was gonna
wasn't
take
me.
fall damage there for a second. I was like, hold up, I'm gonna die from that.
You get hold up, cause challenge on the move.
So how's it going?
It's going good, you dude. I like your skin.
Yeah.
Very pretty. Very well painted.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I spent a lot of time painting Steve.
You are Steve.
Hmm.
I'm
Oh.
Steve.
That's
Yeah.
what I should have thought to do in between while hunting. I just looked at myself and felt a bit dumb.
I was doing parkour in the lobby for like half the time, and then I was like, all right, I can paint myself. I feel like someone's got to be on this shelf. This is such a good shelf.
It's a nice shelf.
Oh,
I don't
that's
know
where
who
you
could be on
are,
the shelf.
Seth.
Oh, no.
Just walked right up to me.
To the way
It's
the
a very
corpse
good
just
shelf.
fell out of the shelf.
Oh,
Oh my god,
got
I just
launched.
thought
What?
Xisuma's body just flopped onto the ground.
That was so funny.
Yeah, I saw that.
The corpse just falling.
I'm noticing a
Being
good
small
strat. You just gotta
and
be.
hunting is crazy.
It's gonna be in a very obvious spot, so they genuinely just stare at you, going like, "Why?"
Yeah, I couldn't get that to look good. How did I never get points though? I don't understand.
Too far away, I
It's-
think.
There's a certain range. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
I'm
okay.
falling. I failed. Oh my
Might
god,
be
there's
the
someone down
range.
here. That's good that I fell.
No.
Alright, one
Silent,
left.
you're doing great.
Yeah, this
You're
is
gonna- you're
good.
gonna
Surprisingly
struggle
easy
to get
like,
Kev.
find people.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
see
like,
my-
I
my
actually
tip.
thought to move in a slightly different position, but I'm like, I'm probably gonna get more seen where I'm thinking to move. You all can see pose mentality-wise where I'm going.
Mm. I wanted
It-
to be
I
one of
think-
the pictures,
Oh,
but
why am I
the
falling?
color dropper didn't work on them.
You're gonna have to whistle if you want some more points. Oh.
I didn't even hear a whistle, so he's not near
Oh
me.
no!
Oh wow, yeah. It's out of range.
Oh, he's over here. Are you in the little slippers?
Yeah. I'm a slipper, dude. That's what I've been. I've been
Yeah,
slipping
yeah,
into
yeah,
the
yeah.
slips. I've been slipping into slips, doing the slippers. Slippish McGee, you know?
So you're on this side of the room? Interesting. I feel like I killed like 5 people over here.
Oh,
Yeah, all of them in the shelf, right?
Yeah.
Oh, look at those points.
Yeah.
Points
100.
going
Come
up.
on, Silent.
38.
You can do better than that.
Oh, there it is. I don't
Must
think
have been the
I don't think
wind.
Silent heard it.
It sounded like it was behind me. See on that shelf over
No,
there?
I'm on the bed. I'm hiding in the sheets, you know? Just tucking them.
There is a
Oh,
there is a
shoot, he's like-
backpack there. That could be a good hiding spot.
Ugh.
It is a good hiding. You know.
It's so hard to like get around this map as the seeker though.
It is. It's not a great
Yeah,
map.
climbing's really rough in this game.
Okay,
It-
so
it is
the
a map
sound
for
is coming
sure.
from midair. It's like
It's more like one of those.
Yeah. I'm in the
Counter-Strike
lamp.
maps.
That's what I'm. Yeah.
yeah, you're invisible floating in the middle of the map, according to. The
Oh yeah.
console.
Well, technically,
Oh,
you're not off.
I think he's got it.
Such a good spot.
I think Kev's got it.
no
Spam
way!
it, Kev. Spam it. You got 5 seconds.
Need those points.
Yeah.
Oh.
where was he at? Oh, he's under here? That's crazy.
I'm
That's a
very
good
That was a
spot.
really good
That's a
one.
good spot. Yeah,
So
nice.
good.
I was kind of happy with
No,
that.
your whistle sounded like it was way above the chair. Like,
That's good.
5 feet
Good
above it.
sound dislocation.
Like
That's
at
how
the
you
top of the
stay
shelf.
hidden.
yeah,
Oh yeah, if you go to the game settings on sound, make sure your sound quality is at the max. For some reason, there is sound quality settings.
It was a hard one though, because if I'd have gone black, you would have seen it likely more. That's why I'm like, I'm just gonna paint the head gray, so you don't think too much when you pass by.
Yeah, that's fair. There's highest sound quality and then there's a sub-zero. It like
Sub-Zero, that's the one.
that's the okay. That's like
With that, you
bad.
have actually like special audio.
Okay, that's what I need.
Hey, look, there's a TikTok challenge.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fortunately for me, I'm not on brain rot. Sorry,
It's an
just
impossibility.
throwing shade at TikTok.
Yeah, they deserve it.
Yeah, they do. That was good fun. I am a sweaty,
Yeah, that's super
disgusting
fun.
mess. I'm tired and I want to go to bed.
Same.
Right,
was
just
fun.
20 past
So hot in
11.
my office. So hot in my office.
Even earlier in the UK.
Yeah,
excuse me,
it's
guys.
really warm here. I'm hoping my room's cooled down.
Wave. Yay.
I've been
Sorry,
putting
Playing.
I've been putting a fan pointing out of the window to like pull all of the hot air out and push it outside, and it seems to work. It
a good
gets
idea.
gets the temperature
Yeah.
down. Yeah, physics.
I got 3 pillar fans currently in my office.
Wow.
I have
It's
32
1
degrees and I'm
degree
up in sweat.
here. One.
Bro, it's 31 Celsius in my office right now.
Ugh.
Oh,
Yeah, that's basically
No,
where I am.
no.
I just
No.
built like a
Yeah.
tiny inflatable pool, man.
I would love to go in a pool right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys don't have
Me
an
too.
inflatable kiddie pool for your desk chair?
Oh,
Yeah,
That'll
that'd be
be-
great. Like one of those foot
I was-
baths.
right
put a
next to
bunch
my
of ice in it.
computer. Great idea.
Yeah.
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 No, just water cool your computer with it.
There you go, yeah.
Right, I'm gonna go wash my motherboard.
Yep.
See you
Good
later.
luck. Adios.
Whoa.
See you
I'm
next
gonna go
time.
scrub off my hard
thanks.
drive real quick.
No, that was.
All right, everyone. Good times, right? Good times. We'll do that again with the gang sometime soon, for sure. I like this game. It's good fun. I was about to say did the MCC music, and it didn't. I'm gonna make a little note on my desktop here. Research, because if I don't write this stuff down, I'll go through the day and I won't think about this. I will research the Meccha Chameleon maps. If you know any good ones, you can get at me on Twitter, or there's a wait. Did I close? I closed my chat. My chat disappeared. Let's bring it back up. I can't see your messages if it's closed, so I brought it back up. Last chance to say hello, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of research, and hopefully we can come back next time. We'll have interesting maps to play as well, right? That's the idea. So I got one message in chat from Cohen Bress who says hi. And the next message is from Becca who says bye. I mean, hello and yes, goodbye, because Heart Gamer says hello and goodbye. That's exactly it. Hello again and goodbye. I did say earlier I was going to stream tomorrow and play some Hermitcraft. I might actually push that back to Saturday. Just sort of, I don't know. Everything's up in the air these days. Then again, I got some stuff to deal with Saturday, so cannot properly play it by ear, see how I feel. One thing I am doing tomorrow is making another snapshot video, because the cushion is just so damn fantastic and there's loads of cool stuff. Saturday is the Islam guest tourney. Oh, Koda Kogi, thanks for the heads up. I would probably have to stream in the evening, and it would probably clash with that, so... yeah, I think it's more likely then that I should just do the stream tomorrow evening, right? So, thanks for the heads up on that one. Yeah, and I guess if you're interested and you want to see some guests come onto Hermitcraft and play Is That Sheep Looking at Me? To Saturday, not tomorrow. Saturday's the one. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you for your amazing support. I'm looking forward to having a chat and tell you what I've been up to. And, yeah. I guess tomorrow, most likely, I'll see you. So, thanks, everyone. It's the end of the stream. What do I do next? Oh, I'm trying to think. Oh, my God. What? All these things that I got to do, right? There goes the game. I guess I'll throw up the music. Speaking of which, I've been making a song for Skiz. And you will hear it because it is basically finished. It just needs mixing. So, I'm really happy with how that went. And it's a great little exercise in... making some music for other people. I hope I get to do more, but I'm sure you'll find out about it from Skiz before long. That's something else I've been up to, basically. Making a song, making music. I could send you to Skiz right now, actually. He's live, so perfect little transition there. Go enjoy some Skizzle, man. Alright, the raid is queuing up in chat. Thank you, everyone. Have a great rest of your day and enjoy some more Hermitcraft. Bye-bye.